Alright, the PvP championship event thing is gonna start soon. Like in a minute or less. Oh, did I make it just in time for the thing? For the really loud thing that they show? I'm grabbing a bite of something real quick, so yeah. Sorry if it's noisy. In fact, let me just mute for now. Oh, I wasn't live. Whoops. Sorry about that.
At last we have come to the land you call the New World. My home. Tural.
They're late. Oh, hold on. Before this starts, let me just do something. Ooh, what could I be doing? I just like having the stream chat open for the Fanfest thing. Even if I don't show it, because I don't know who might say something unsavory and I can't control that at all, so better safe than sorry. Ready for PvP! Where are they? Why haven't they started yet? Oh, right. I forgot the mouse shows up when I check the chat. That's... I wonder if I can stop that somehow. Hey, I know that music. Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Fan Festival stage here in Las Vegas. My name is Aya Saizeker Montoya, and we got quite the event for you. How you guys feeling for day 2? Let me hear it.
It's been fine.
All right. I feel like you could do better than that. One more time. Let me hear it.
I'm not there, so I don't know.
That is more like it. So I want to get that adrenaline going because today is quite the adrenaline-filled event. But you know what would make it even more hype is if I invite a special guest out here. So please give a warm welcome to the producer and director of Final Fantasy XIV, Mr. Naoki
Stumbled
Yoshida.
there for a second. The music.
Thank you so much for joining us here today, Yoshida-san.
いいえ、まあファンフェスね、いろんなプログラムありますけど、このステージもめちゃくちゃ楽しみにしてきたんで、楽しんで帰ろうと思います。もう一回。
There's so many activities at Fan Festival, but this is one of those events that I've been looking forward to seeing. So I'm going to really enjoy watching these guys go head to head.
Speaking of things to watch out for, speaking of things to watch out for, Yoshida-san,
I can
are there
barely
any
follow
things
my
that
own
new players
matches.
could watch out for during these matches that are going to be extremely hype, in your opinion?
そうですね、今回の決勝戦で、その PVP にあまり馴染みのない人たちが、ここは注目すべきだろうと思うポイントなど教えていただけますか？
そうですね、クリスタルコンフリクトっていう、ゲーム、実際、一回も実はやってないわっていう人、どれぐらいいるの？
Actually, I am curious to know how many of you have not played Crystalline Conflict before?
あ、ちらほらいるな。
Yeah, I guess, yeah, there are a few of you.
もちろん PVP なので、ノックアウトを取る、相手を倒す、倒
should
さ
writing
れる
that
って
down,
いう
like-
場面はたくさん出てくると
Like
思う
they're
ん
gonna
です
give him a
けど。
stern talking to later or
So of
something.
course, because with this being a PvP, you do knock out other opponents. Yeah.
勝敗が決まるポイントは、
Okay.
マップの中中央に最初置いてあるクリスタル、その上に、キャラクターが乗ると、そのプレイヤーのチ
Payload.
ームが相手側にこ
Just say
う
it's a payload.
クリスタルが移動していくので、このクリスタルがどっち側のチームにより押し込んだか、それで勝敗が決まるので、そのクリスタルがどの位置まで押されてるかっていうのをよく見るようにしておいてください。
But what determines who wins or loses is how far you can carry your crystal to the opponent's sort of territory. Whenever a player gets on top of the crystal, it starts moving towards your enemy's territory, which you're supposed to do. So I think if you're new to Crystalline Conflict, that's a
Yeah, I
good
guess
point to
that's
watch out
important
for, is
to-
how far the crystal has moved on the map.
Know
で
about, I guess.
応援する
Otherwise, you'd be
時の
completely
ポイントなんですけ
lost.
ど、もちろんもうすでに応援
But
し
it's
たい
not
チ
like
ーム
it's
があ
that
る場合はもう
complicated.
もちろんそ
You'll
のチーム
figure
を
it
応援
out
して
just
もらって
watching
構い
it,
ません。
probably.
And of course, in terms of rooting for which party, I'm sure you have your favorite teams up there. If you already have that, more
I
power
don't
to you.
know. I
Cheer
don't
them
know
on.
anyone who's playing.
で
I'm just here
応
to
援する
ride.
チームまだ決めてないっていう人はぜひ自分がメインで遊んでいるジョブを応援しようっていうふうに決めて、その選手のそのジョブの選手の動きに注目してみるとすごくこうフォーカスして見えてくると思うので、ぜひコツにしてみてください。
And if you're not familiar with either of the teams that are going to be going head to head today, maybe look out for somebody who's playing the same job you main as, and maybe pay attention to what their movements are. Maybe that might encourage you to pay attention to the movements, and then you can cheer them on as well.
で楽しむためのポイントあと2つ。1つはバーストと呼ばれる誰か
PvPers,
相手チーム
please
の
watch
誰か特定の
talk
キャラク
here.
ターに対してまあ5対5で戦うんですけど、その5人もしくは4人とかでターゲットを全部集中して一気にノックダウン。
5 versus 5 or 4, and sometimes people would kind of go in on one particular opponent to try to knock them down, and you see how much they go in, and then you can see how fast they can deal damage. That's another point to look out for and get really excited about.
あとはやっぱり興奮するポイントはリミットブレイク。各ジョブ各キャラクターごとにリミットブレイク
Let's see
ゲー
if
ジ
that
があるの
helps
で
at all.
パーティーリストを見ていればリミットゲージがどれぐらいみんな溜まってきてるのかっていうのが分かるので、
I don't
誰
know
の
how
リ
to
ミット
stop
ブレイ
it
ク
from
が発
disconnecting
動す
too
るの
much.
か
I'm sorry.
またチーム全体でリミットブレイクのタイミングを合わせて一気に使っていくみたいなことが発生しやすいので、チーム戦だとそのあたりのリミットブレイクの管理いつ使うのか、そのあたり注目するとより興奮して見れるんじゃないかなと思います。
And then finally, another exciting point to look out for is when people start using limit breaks. There's a gauge that would show you how close you are to being able to unleash a limit break. So if you look at the party list, you can pay
Is
attention
this
to
like
like
2
who is
hours
almost
because
getting
they're
ready
going to be
to
explaining so much
cast
of it
their
for
limit
one?
break, or are they strategizing so they go in as a team, something like that. So that's another point to look out for.
Awesome. Well, make sure you all look out for those kinds of cues when these matches are happening. But now it's time for us to present what prizes await our champions tonight. So can we get the
Ooh,
first prize out
being
here,
paid?
please? It is none other than an amazing Crystalline Conflict branded trophy. Look at that.
Ooh, don't drop it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tony. And of course, if that wasn't enough,
That looks cool.
these players are playing for a whopping $22,500.
Whoa. Nice. Why is it
And so,
That's a
with
weird
so much
amount.
on the line, Yoshida-san,
not
do you have any words of encouragement for our
very
players
round,
today?
alright?
いろいろな賞金がかかったトーナメントですけれども、プレイヤーさんに向けて励ましの言葉をぜひお願いします。
もちろんすべてこの NA の CCRC 全部予選から全試合見てきているので、僕なりの注目ポイントがあるので、そこをまず楽しみにしたいと思ってます。
And I've been watching the preliminary tournaments in North America for CCRC from the pre-selection period even. So I know I'm already looking out for certain elements in the match. So I'm looking forward to those.
で、ファンフェスっていうタイミングがそんなにね毎年毎回あるわけじゃないので、今回久しぶりの大会という公式大会ということもあるし、特に全米チャンピオンを決めるこの大会なので、皆さんぜひリラックスして悔いのないように戦ってもらいたいなと思います。
And of course, with Fan Festival, we aren't doing this every year. It's not as frequent an occurrence. And plus, this is the first one in a while to be doing in person. And we're going to be determining the All-American champion in this tournament. So I'm hoping that everybody gives it their all so that they have no regrets.
そして会場の皆さんにお願いです。選手たち緊張しているとは思いますが、皆さんの声援歓声が何より力になると思いますので、ぜひ先週以上に盛り上がってもらえると嬉しいです。
And of course, I want to also ask for everybody that's watching in the audience. I know our players may or may not be nervous to come onto this stage, but what's going to encourage and motivate them is your applause and your cheering, rooting for them, and that will motivate them. So I hope you get just as excited, if not more, than our players that are coming on the stage today.
There we go. He was trying to get them to react,
All
but no one was
right.
doing
And
anything.
thank you so much for your words of encouragement, Yoshida-san. And I think that's it. We'll probably see you at the end once we crown our champions. Thank you so much.
ありがとうございました。
じゃあ最後に一つ。
Oh, sorry, one more thing.
すいません
Of course.
僕正直大会出たいぐらいな
If I can get
の
away
で
with
ちょっとその辺で
720
座って見てると思いますけど、試合見てるときは集中させてください。
To be quite honest, like I love PvP, so I wanted to actually be like one of the contestants there.
What?
So as the matches are going on, I'll probably be sitting towards the front, like watching as an audience member myself. So if you do see me, please let me concentrate on the matches. Sorry.
じゃあ楽しみにしてます
All right, looking forward
not
to
be
it. Thanks,
bothered.
guys.
All right. And so we have quite the amazing event. And you know, this started off with 32 teams. And today we only have 4. Those teams are Verkittens,
Oh. I like that name.
Bog Yarzin,
Bog Yarzin.
Gnosis, and last but certainly not least, Wolfus.
Wolfus.
These
Yeah,
4
Verkittens is
teams
the best
really,
name.
really made it through the trenches from the semifinals to the quarterfinals streamed live. And now they're here in Las Vegas to duke it out for the amazing prizes that await them this time. But
What
you
other
know,
prizes are
before
there?
we start, we wanted to give a shout out to our sponsors today. So, big thank you so much to.
What does Pusheen the Cat sell? Because I
Alright.
know that those
Thank
emotes.
you so much
But I didn't know
to-
they sold stuff too. Uh-huh.
All right. I'm sorry about that. Thank you so much to iBuyPower for their amazing, powerful gaming PCs. Intel for providing their versatile NUCs. ViewSonic for their gaming monitors. Logitech for their mice, keyboards, and gamepads. Secret Lab for their comfy Titan Evo chairs. And last but certainly not least, Pusheen for sponsoring and blinging out our quiet room.
Oh, right,
But you
right.
know,
The quiet room
I'm
for
actually
people
going
to
to
chill
need a
in.
little bit
Okay,
more
that makes
help
sense.
up here today. So let's get our 2 amazing commentators out here, Brian Ricardo and Frosty. Now, I know the both of you are no strangers to the PvP scene. So, Brian, I'm going to actually start with you. What are you expecting to see
Wait,
today?
I just
I'm expecting
realized
to see the highest, most
Frosty, I
intense
just
PvP
recognized
matches
him.
we've
Oh my
ever seen.
gosh.
These teams fought so many other teams to
Cool.
get here, and they're fighting for $22,000. This is going to be
I didn't know he was
insane.
going to be there like on an official capacity.
Let's give it up for Brian, everybody. All right, and now Frosty, I'm going to ask you the same question. What are you looking out for today?
Well, I'm looking out for a few different things. During the semifinals, we saw some impressive comps, to say the least, from some of the players. And so I want to see what they actually do. If we're going to do an all-healer team again, or we're going to do something a little bit more.
Definitely.
Oh, healer teams.
interesting.
Oh my
But
gosh.
No, there's a lot. These 2 teams,
Just
I believe, that are
keep
coming up
themselves
first
alive.
is one of the most anticipated games for me. So I hope you guys are all looking forward to it as much as I am, at least.
Awesome. Let's give it up for Frosty. Yup. All right. So now I'm going to ask the both of you to please take your stations. And now, please, everybody, give a warm welcome to our first team, Verkittens.
Are they there in person? Well, I guess they should. They must be.
And now we're going to be welcoming each one of their players one by one. And so our first member is Tiny Sosig, their leader.
Main pending? Whoops. It's a little late for that. Tiny Sausage.
And next up we have Buzzy the Bear Wuzzy.
Buzzy Wuzzy.
Next up we have Mountain Boop.
These names. Mountain Boot.
Next up we do have Big Silk.
That's not what that says. That's a big suck. She can't say that
And
though.
then we have John Dark Souls. All right. This is going to be our first team, and now we're moving on to our second team. Please give a warm welcome to Bog Yarzin. And their leader up first is Tomokote. then next up we have Emma Samai. And then there is Zeke Owaza.
These names are much more.
And let's give it up for Venair Sylvia.
That is not Venair Sylvia. It's his golden hour. But all right.
And next up we have
Unless
Azalin Zoe.
Real name? They did this wrong. This is wrong.
And their last member,
There we go.
Sir Zarek.
I think they were just one behind or something. Yeah, that's what it was. They were just one behind on the monitor.
Awesome. So I actually want to go ahead and ask our two teams a few questions, if you wouldn't mind. All right. So obviously you can see that both teams are extremely hyped. So I'm going to go to you. I feel like I said your name wrong. Is it supposed to be sausage?
So can I do a quick, it's sausage, yeah.
Okay.
It is actually sausage.
Okay.
So a lot of people confuse it, and they always are like, oh,
I'm sorry.
Tiny is so, no, it's fine. I'm perfectly fine with
Sausage,
both,
yeah.
but people are always like, oh, Tiny is so sick. It's technically sausage, but I'm okay with both.
Sausage.
Okay. Well, I
Tiny
did want to
sausage.
ask you how you
Yeah.
feeling about
Tiny
today.
sausage.
I'm hyped. I'm really hyped. So both teams, we're all pretty good friends, so there's no hard feelings for whoever wins, and we're all here just to have a good time.
Right? It's
Play the
all
best.
just business
Yeah,
when
it's
you're in the
business.
ring, though, right?
22
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And now I'm going to go over to the other team.
$2,500 though on the line. That's
How are
not
you
just for
feeling
fun.
today?
Well, you know, a level 7 Bog Yarzon is a pretty terrifying creature, so we're feeling pretty good.
Awesome. Well, we have our two matches going, but let me go ahead and explain what's going to go down. But before I do, you all can go ahead and man your stations to get ready for this match. Awesome. All right, so let me explain how this is going to go
I wonder
down.
if she
There are
said
many arenas in
Big
Crystalline
Suck's
Conflict,
name
and I'm going to
wrong
be
on
choosing
accident
4
too, or
at a
not?
time, or rather 3 at a
That's a
time
little
out of the
more
4. And so each
problematic
one is going to be
than
represented
Tiny
somehow.
Sausage.
I'm going to be pulling out spheres, and each sphere has a different color. So the blue sphere represents Palestra. The
What?
green
Oh.
sphere represents Cloud9.
Wait, what?
And the red sphere represents
Oh,
the
they're
Volcanic
choosing
Arc. And
brackets?
the last one, yellow, will represent Clockwork Castletown.
Oh,
And
got it.
so
Those
with
are the
that in
names of the
mind,
stage.
is it okay if I get those spheres out here and then we'll get to choosing, if that's okay?
I thought they would have chosen this beforehand, but all right.
Oh, awesome. Make some noise for Zexos, everyone! All right, so I'm going to go ahead and choose these spheres now. So their first match is going to be on Clockwork Castletown first. And then the next one is going to be Cloud9. And last, in case there is a round 3, it's going to be Palestra again. All right,
Okay.
so with that said, let's make some noise. Who
Wait,
likes
Palestra
Fur
again?
Kittens?
Was the first one Palestra? I thought it was. Whatever.
And who's down with Bog Yarzon? All right, Frosty and Brian, how we doing? All good to go? All right, so then now, take it away.
All right, guys, so you're all excited for today's matches? Excellent. I think we need a little bit more noise than that, though. Can you guys help a little bit?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, Brian, how are you feeling today?
Feeling good, very excited for these matches. This is going to be so crazy. These teams, like I said, fought so many other teams to get here, and now here they are on stage in Vegas. What's going to happen?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Yeah.
No, but I do. Both of these teams are extremely strong teams.
Right.
Some of them have been doing PvP for a very, very long time. And I think we actually have.
I heard the cue
well, going
pop
into
up
this
noise,
map,
and I just
Clockwork
like,
Castletown,
oh no,
right?
I'm late. I need to go
Uh,
accept it. It's like,
there's a
no,
little
I'm,
bit
I'm
of
not. I don't even have the
interesting
game
mechanics
open.
Right.
that
It's
map.
up
Do you
for
wanna go
me.
over that?
Absolutely, yeah. This is the newest map that they added. Clockwork Castletown has a lot of arena events and a little mechanics that you have to deal with throughout the match. The main arena event will be a parade that spawns 2 times You will have to dodge the robots that come in. There'll be a Yojimbo robot that will do a point-blank AoE, and you have to be
It's only
out of
two
range.
times?
And there's another robot that will do a gaze attack. You just have to look away. If you look at it, you will get minied, and you'll take so much damage and
Are they
probably
gonna
die.
spectate
So
from their
you gotta be
account?
super careful with
Is that it?
Yeah. Now, wait a minute. Did you mention the mats?
Oh yeah, there's also mats on the floor. If you step
Oh,
on
okay.
it too long, you'll be flipped and you'll take 30k
Are
damage.
people just gonna
so
start
you gotta be very
showing
careful
up?
with that. Teams will often like try and play
Try and
around it, push
photobomb?
people into it, pull people away from it. So you gotta be really smart and
Or are
like
they on
think
a
about those
unique
type of stuff
server?
on this map.
I don't-
Excellent.
it doesn't look
Well,
like
I
they
think
are.
we're about ready to queue in. I guess we can go ahead and give that a try here, and we'll see if we get in here. But I will let you know my favorite thing about this map are absolutely the mats.
Yeah.
You can see some really crazy plays, and it's just hilarious to see the player flailing in the sky and then
Is that how you
falling
spectate?
down.
Yeah, and it's
queue in too?
so much damage. You just gotta be really smart about what compositions are they gonna be running. So we're gonna see that once we get in here.
Whoops.
Okay.
Someone's not
they
ready.
may be still working on something here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While we're waiting on them to finish up. With these teams in particular, they have actually played in a lot of community events as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen these teams play together and separately. Team Bogyardzin especially, members have played in individual tournaments, not as a team together, but here for the CCRC, they're joined up together and now they've made this powerful team of 7 members.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's just a little bit of player role change maybe happening here. So, you want to try it again?
Yeah, I'm super excited to see what comps they're going to bring because we've seen them play so many different comps throughout the tournament in preliminaries and in quarterfinals. So,
Yeah. I mean, we'll know here in just a second.
yeah.
I mean, I could take a sneak peek and look at this, but I'm going to wait. The first thing I want to see is the glamour.
Oh, yeah, these portraits.
The portraits.
Yeah,
Do you guys want to see what kind of portraits these players came up with for this big event?
Yeah, we have
That's
not
probably what
seen
they were
that.
working on.
Let's see. We're about to see right
Like
now.
making sure
Actually,
they
we're
were
heading
fixing.
in finally into the first match of the tournament.
Yeah. Oh, I love this map. Congratulations on the dev team for making one of the best PvP maps
me.
I've ever to exist.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's funny.
we had a,
That
what
sucks
is
though.
that?
Buzzy
Come
wuzzy.
on.
Almost
Unfortunate.
coordinated perfectly, but not exactly here.
Nice portrait.
Ah.
Two mugshots.
Come
Not in
on.
Vegas.
Not in Vegas. On the
I
big
got too
stage,
distracted.
guys.
Let me make myself smaller.
All right.
Let's see these comps though. We see Paladin, Astro, Monk, Ninja, and Machinist for Team Verkittens here. And for Team Bogyardzin, we have Warrior, White Mage, Dragoon, Ninja, and Summoner.
Yeah, and I mean, like, these guys,
Okay.
what can you tell us about these comps? They look kind of
think I'm-
familiar.
Yeah,
Small enough
a
to be
little
out
bit
of the way.
balanced. You have 1 tank, 1 healer, 3 DPS on both sides. I must mention, in Crystal Conflict, you do not need to have specific jobs like that. You can have 4 healers like we've seen in the tournament before. It just depends on what people want to bring and what works for them.
Yep.
And
Here
we're
we go,
jumping
guys.
right
The first
in.
match. Let's do it.
Let's go!
Well, we
a lot
can-
of times people play really patient here in the beginning. Let's see how they go. They might go right away.
they already
Looks like they're going for
started
Tiny
right
Sausage.
there.
He gets guard on right now. Looks like they're going for the Machinist. Machinist goes
Oh!
down immediately. Very
Whoa.
first, awesome first kill. Veneer's the second target. Veneer has low HP, goes down.
Oh,
We're in a
God.
44 situation right here.
They're gone.
John getting super low as well. He did use his guard already, but he might hold down for a
They're
little
gonna get caught. They're gonna get caught. Oh. Someone got caught.
Yeah,
Oh,
looks
he's
like-
still. Wait, no. Okay, he's okay.
Oh, it's a map flip right there.
Whoa.
Tomo gets flipped, but still alive. Lots of MP rate available, so Tomo might still be okay. No one's pushing the crystal right now, unfortunately, though.
Yeah, this is actually
where is
a
the
fairly good lead, I suppose, for Bogyardzin to start off this match.
Yeah, they barely
Yeah, it's
moved
getting
it.
super close. Tiny Sausage also low. Guard up right now. Has no more resources. Goes down. So we're seeing a 3v5 situation right now.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
just
now
kind
the
of
crystal's on
standing
the
back
move.
right now. You can hear the energy from the
My
teams on the
Bogyard's
sides
on.
here.
Yeah, absolutely. Veneer trying to push a point, but they're still having issues. Bogyardzin is very dominant right now.
Oh yeah, you can see them chasing them on the mats right now, trying to get another kill, trying to stagger these kills out.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
whoa.
Bogyardzin is so dominant. They get it to 50%. They have a big advantage
Dang,
here.
they have a huge lead.
Oh, we can hear that. Oh, that energy is
They're right-
so
already
good
on the
right now.
checkpoint.
It looks like they're able to escape the white mage here.
Yeah.
They moved it out.
Bogyardzin is not trying to push it all the way, though. Oh, here they go. Emma on point, pushing it past the checkpoint. It looks like Team Verkitten is jumping in, though. Looks like some LBs are coming out.
Oh,
Tomo
snap.
goes down. This is going to be a great thing for Team Verkittens here.
absolutely amazing.
That
We
wasn't
can
as
see a
chaotic as I
couple of
thought.
limit breaks about
I
to
thought
come
more
up.
people died there. Bruce just won.
No more limit breaks for team, I'm sorry, Bog Yarzan here. Almost 3 though ready for
they're
Kittens.
deleted.
Yeah, looks like
Oh,
Azalin's
no.
getting super low. Has Carbuncle shield on right now. Gets guard. They're gonna be okay for a few seconds.
that was me
they have
there,
to get a
I'd
kill
just be
here
down
though, because
already.
the checkpoint is still running. If they get it past the 50%, the 100% mark, they will be in a big, big lead. Warrior Limit Break comes out. We also have Astro Ninja. Tiny Sausage gets hit by the Warrior Limit Break and goes down.
Oh, they are actually blasting right now. Holy
Whoa.
crud. We can
Oh
see
my
a couple
gosh.
people here dying on the
What a
side.
mess.
It is a team advantage, it looks like, for Bog Yarzan.
Yeah.
Still pushing this crystal, trying to make some...
Yeah, they're still holding a lead, but they are not being able to push it all the way past the checkpoint yet. But they're still in the lead, so this is still good for them.
Dang.
Yeah.
For
So,
Kittens is not looking so hot.
well, no, it looks like they're okay. They use guard. They're
Wow,
okay.
beautiful. Team Birkins has a lot of limb breaks on, like Tank LB's out right now, using Mock LB's out onto Asin. Asin goes down. There's a 4v4
Does he know
situation
who's
right now.
what?
Yeah, you can see John
I can
here
just see
holding on
HP
to
bars.
the
I don't know
point as
who's
much as they
who.
can. It looks like they're trying to push it back. Birkin's starting to make a little bit more ground here.
Absolutely, they almost have Vernier
they're
down. Vernier
gone.
goes down. So now they're in a 5v2 and Team Birkins is
Look at
taking
that
the lead.
turnaround.
Beautiful turnaround. Now they just have to focus on pushing the crystal to 50% on their side so they can have
I almost got
at least
caught
a
there.
more closer situation.
Yeah, they are running over there to
now they
stop
got
the
some on the
50% if they
checkpoint.
can.
Ooh, and they make it to 50%. So this is like beautiful,
The
even.
Dragoon limit breaks out. The Summoner limit breaks ready to go.
Oh,
The
Yarzan's only
limit
at
break is going to be a
56% on the
blast.
checkpoint. I thought they were
Solid
further.
race coming out. Looks like they're gonna go for Tomo
Whoa,
first. Tomo gets
the
super low.
Kittens.
He's gonna lift Mountain Boop goes down from the
Kittens
bottom.
got really high there.
Dragoon LB also doing a ton of damage there. We're in a
They're almost
4v4,
done.
but they're still holding on. Buzzy goes down. There's only Tiny Sausage, Big Suck, and John left on Team Verkittens here.
Yeah, they're definitely running back here. They're going to have to try to push this crystal. Again, this is a
Whoa.
tied
They caught the
match.
crystal
Until
now,
that
too.
crystal gets
Wow.
pushed past the 50% mark, it will be considered tied, and they will go in overtime in the next minute if they don't make progress.
Absolutely, yeah. Team Boggarsen is pushing the crystal now.
How many
They're
points
gonna
to
have
win?
To fight for their lives.
Oh,
in
right,
this
it was
last
three
45
rounds.
seconds.
It looks like they're prepping on attack here. They're all just waiting for their
Yeah.
team to come back,
Those are
and they're going
LBs.
to do another.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
getting
wait,
a lot of
hold
LBs
on.
ready.
They're coming in from the side.
Looks like Buzzy gets on the target here. Buzzy has guard. Warrior Limit Break goes out. Buzzy is debuffed. He gets guard in though. He's protected by his paladin, but Zeke goes down in exchange.
Absolutely. Tiny using the Ninja Limit Break. That can
People
get
are dropping.
extremely deadly if he can just roll kills with it.
Yeah, Dragoon goes down. Once again, this is trading sides. Once again, Verkins is now in the lead right now in terms of player count.
Wow,
they're gonna be
these
able to-
people survive so much
They're
longer
able to
than
push this
what
back
I'm
most
used to
likely
seeing.
here. They have to kind of just. They have no choice.
Yeah.
Literally, whoever pushes this crystal right now past the mark wins.
Wow,
Yeah,
Verkittens.
Team Boggarsen will have to go for the full retreat here, but they have a lot of limit breaks online. They have Ninja Limit Break, Summoner Limit Break, White Mage Limit Break. They can do this as long as they coordinate their stuff perfectly.
Oh snap, he's right.
Oh,
That's a lot of
okay,
limit
we're in the
breaks
last
ready.
moments of this round here, guys.
Paladin Limit Break is ready on Team Verkin, so that's something they have to look out for. The Paladin can mitigate a ton of the damage here. So.
Well, there's a lot of limit breaks up.
Here we go.
Bog
Final
Yarzan.
round goes up really fast here. Looks like they're gonna jump in. They're saving limit breaks. They don't want to deal with the Paladin damage. Summoner LB goes out. Dragoon LB comes out. They have to run away or they're gonna take massive damage from this telegraphed AoE.
Oh, they've guarded.
Oh, they got the
Only
point.
one, they broke it. Yeah, they got it.
Wow.
Congratulations to Burt Kittens for winning round 1 of this matchup.
Wow, they got off the point there at the last second. 13 kills to 13.
They went back and forth.
Yeah,
It
that was a
just basically
very,
a matter of
very even
the
match.
order that happened.
50.1%
Yes.
versus 50%.
Yeah, and 13 kills on both sides. Super duper even. We went into overtime there.
All right. Well, we're going to give the players a second to kind of think about the match and everything else. That's the first match of the night. How do you feel?
Oh my God.
Nice.
We're starting like this already? Like, that was so intense to start.
That was absolutely intense.
Yeah.
Now, those comps were pretty conventional. There was nothing crazy about it at all. But, you know, is there anything that stood out in particular about how they played?
Yeah, the Paladin was making such good work with their limit break. A lot of guards, mitigating a lot of the damage that was coming out from Team Bog Yarson, and that was able to give them the game there. And
excellent.
The next round is going to be Cloud9.
Cloud9. Do you guys like Cloud9?
Yeah.
Now, there's a mixed reaction normally with Cloud9. It has some fun tornadoes.
Yeah.
You want to explain that for the audience a little bit?
Absolutely. So this map also have arena events. The main one will be a turbulence. So there'll be 2 in the match. There'll be a timer, a 20-second timer. And when that timer runs out, every player will be launched into the sky unless they use guard or they jump into the black chocobo feather icon that's on the map.
Right.
So,
black
another
chocobo
thing you have to
feather?
strategize against. Make sure you have
Hold
your
on.
cards ready.
Hold on. Let's see if they fix their portraits.
Let's
See if they took the time to do it. I don't know. This is kind of...
Vegas, guys.
That was pretty fast.
Oh! There we go. There we go.
Didn't coordinate though.
All right, let's see.
The
Let's
last one.
see. Oh,
No, this is
one miss, guys.
Azalin, what are you doing here?
All right. Well, that was actually, you know, I'm glad they
We're
made
the
a
only
little bit
one.
of effort there.
Sure.
It looks like we're coming back into this with not a huge major change for any kind of the comps here.
Yeah.
Will they play
Why
a
is
little
there
bit
one on
differently, at
Aslan?
least on this map, you think?
Oh my God. A lot of times on Cloud9, people want to play back in the beginning, but that also is the case in Castletown, and that did not happen. So we'll see what's going to happen, I guess.
Do you think maybe there's a chance that Bog Yarzen might play a little bit safer at the start? Because, I mean, they have to win 2 now in a row.
Right.
For Kittens, if they win this, they go on to the very last match of the night.
Oh my God, that's insane. We're already there.
Already, it feels like we're getting close. Oh, here we go, everybody. Let's hear some noise for these guys.
Woo! Looks like we got the Scholar Shield
they're
spread
not
right
holding
now.
up.
So
Yeah.
Team
They're
Verkins
not
is
holding
pretty
back at all.
defended right now. But they're going for Emma right away. Emma gets super low, has a ton of NP, so they might be okay. It depends if they get a crowd control. Stun goes down,
Fuzzy
so they're
getting
down.
so much damage. But living. Oh, this is actually a really good start here for Verkittens.
Tomo's getting super low, goes down as well. Verkins is already being super dominant. Oh, but they get Buzzy down at least. So this is a 4v3. They may not have
Swallowed
to jump off the crystal right now.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, they're still doing pretty good. They're still pushing pretty good here.
Yeah.
They have to try to stop this crystal from going forward too much because you don't want to give a huge early lead to the other team.
Absolutely. And that was another beautiful Guardian by the Paladin, mitigating
like
a lot of
Verkittens is
damage
gonna
and allowing
take
their
it,
team
though.
to push safely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Bristol's staying pretty stable right now. It looks like they're, even with those losses, they didn't make too much progress.
Right,
Oh,
and
true,
we're about
that
to see
team's
some
back
limit breaks
already.
come online right now. White Mage limit break is ready. They got to be super careful about that line AoE. It does a ton of damage and it stuns. So they got to be very aware, use some guards, use some mitigations. They do have a Scholar Shields. Emma goes down once again. Looks like they're going to be
Are they
focusing on that
hearing this
guard.
commentary?
That's actually a very smart move. Bards can be very, very
I
fast.
wonder-
You know. Oh,
isn't
they
that
got tiny
kinda
though. Unfortunate.
4v4. This is
potentially
being super even once again.
problematic,
Looks like a
'cause then they'll
machinist
get
LB is
more
coming
info?
out straight onto Tomo.
Or advice?
Tomo goes down.
Wow, that man's machinists are like snipers.
They literally pull out a sniper rifle and get you down. So we're in a 4v4 once
Try
again.
playing
These
Dragoon.
matches are just so
Let's
close.
just always
it's
go
not
for you. Or white
one-sided
mage
at all.
too.
Yeah, it's so hard to keep up with all this action too. They're just going crazy here.
Yeah, usually sometimes teams will retreat and like let their limit breaks build up, but we're just seeing like people on the point all the time here right now. Dragoon LB's coming out. John Dark Souls might take full damage here, but he uses his limit break.
That's always unfortunate.
Yeah, that was massive mitigation once again. Looks like they get
Just keeping the
Emma
bar down. I'm so
again.
sorry.
Oh, unfortunate there. They have White Mage and
That was
Ninja
annoying.
LB. They got to start using stuff because Verkittens is pushing it to the 50% mark
Yeah,
right now.
they're almost at the
Yeah,
checkpoint.
they are almost there, and that's going to be a huge lead.
Turbulence coming out too as well. 3,
Oh,
2,
1.
1. Oh, some people got launched here.
Whoops.
We're going to see people take damage. Buzzy does get the
Whoop.
feather, so he will take no damage, and he can jump in.
Oh, and the White Mage limit break.
comes out.
What a play!
Beautiful. And Tiny Sauce is going down. This might be Boggars in time to push it.
Yeah, this is time for them to get the advantage. They have 2 more minutes left in this match,
Yeah.
and they do have have a slight lead here. You can
Slight?
see a lot of the...
Bog Yarzin hasn't moved the crystal
big
at
second,
all.
I think it went down right before the Machinist limit break came up.
It looks like Mountain Boop is going to go down right now, too. It looks like they're going to finally go for a
Okay, now they
retreat
got the
here,
crystal.
and Team Bog Yarzin will push the crystal.
Yep, they are moving forward. They are coming... Well,
someone's stopping
actually...
it, though.
Staying in. Buzzy stayed on the crystal, but he's down now. So.
Yeah, that was an interesting move. I think they just wanted to sacrifice
Yeah.
a little bit of time here.
Yeah, good stall effort right there, I would say. Monk is really good at that. They have a lot of bulk. They have Riddle of Earth. They can take little damage when they need to.
Right. All right, well, let's see. Emma, be careful.
Yeah, they have a couple limb breaks ready right now. Dark Knight can stall the point. They use Living Dead. And here they go. They're jumping
That
in.
lag.
Tiny Salted goes
Beautiful.
in. He gets silenced, so he's going to go down here.
And the Dragoon limit break going out right now.
Oh, my God.
Are they going to be able to get anyone?
Nah, they had a lot of mitigation there. Scholar Shield was doing a lot of work in this match. But
John
John Dark
Dark
Souls
Souls!
goes down. Oh, my God. This is going to be a big comeback for Big Bog Yarzin. They have 2 kills right now, and they're on the point. So, Buzzy goes down,
Whoa,
too.
they're already
Yep.
further
that is-
on
my
the checkpoint
gosh.
than where Kittens was.
Wow.
They did it. Now they just have
Bog
to
Yarzin
survive.
in the lead with just a minute left.
They just have to survive for a minute and they're good.
they're getting really close here. The checkpoint is at 75%. If they get it to 100%, they will win this round.
So even if Verkins is able to wipe their team, they have to push it to the crystal and push it way past the crystal at this point.
Yeah.
to win.
Yeah, and they just lost 2 people,
Oh,
unfortunately.
no.
This is looking really
Yeah, it
bad
looks like
for
Bog
them. There's
Yarzin's
only
gonna
30
win.
seconds left here.
Okay, 30 seconds left in the match. Huge lead here by Team Bog Yarzin.
They used a Machinist LB there, try to get Zeke down, but he didn't go down, so that's going to be really good once again for Team Bog Yarzin.
Oh, John Dark Souls going down
Oh
as
my
well.
God, they're really pushing on them into their spawn, so they can't
Yeah.
really do much right now.
Yeah, they're just kind of, in this kind of position, the other team is always going to try to drift their players in until they can stay alive and have a full team.
Right.
Yeah.
But we do see a lot of limit breaks coming on for Bog Yarzin right now. They did lose the White Mage with the limit break, and the
that was a point!
Oh!
Mountain Boop was on point for the most time there, but then at the last second, they didn't stay on.
Dang, these are
So
these
that is
are
one
close.
win here for Bog Yarzin. We're going into round
He's got a little bit of an
3.
edge and just ran
Are
away
you guys
with
ready
it.
to see a third round here?
Yeah, what map are we playing on here?
Palestra, the classic.
The classic, the clean. So this map, it doesn't have any arena events. They only have sprint lanes. So players can use that to push to the enemy team faster or retreat. So that's
Yeah.
their options.
It is actually, you know, this is the classic map. Like, if you don't
Yeah.
want anything too exciting, any like heavy mechanics, this is the map you usually go to.
Right.
But there is some fun stuff they can kind of do. I mean, a lot of players have tested the, the corners and the edges
yeah.
and running around and everything else. So we're going to see what these teams are able to do. It's
Yeah.
probably the most played map, I would
The
assume,
people in
between
the
a lot of players, though.
stream chat
Is
are
that right? Or-
I think so.
criticizing
You want something neutral and not too much
Frosty's
chaos. People like tend to choose this
inventory.
map.
Yeah. All right. Well, we saw Bog Yarzin come back in that last map.
Yeah.
What stood out in particular for you on that one?
It looks like they were just trickling Team Burkittens. They kept getting a kill, and then Team Burkittens would try to run, and then they would get like pursued and not be able to fully retreat. So that was like the main thing that happened there.
Yeah. And I think like when we're looking at that, you think they're going to change up their comps at all for
Oh
this
yeah,
map?
yeah. These players do have the opportunity to switch comps, but we'll see. I guess. I think they worked well enough. It wasn't
Yeah.
like a big stomp there. They
Not
did-
at all. None of
Yeah.
these have been huge stomps, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, at the very beginning of the last match, Verkittens had a pretty good lead going into it.
Right, yeah.
Just, Bog
Compared to
Yarzin was able
Wolf's
to
Den.
get a hold of the
Directly.
match again and just kind of keep pushing
Yeah.
with it, and there's just no way to come back. When you get
Yeah.
into that overtime, too, it's really scary.
Yeah, Team Team Burkittens pushed it to 50% first, so they were in the lead in the beginning.
Yeah, they were in a lead, and they won the last match. So
Uh-huh.
now that we're here, 1-1, the last game will be the last one between these two teams, and
Yeah.
whoever wins will go forward into the last match of the night. And I guess I'll ask the crowd again here. How are you guys feeling about Verkittens? Do you guys want them to win? Okay. What about Bog Yarzin?
Sounds even.
Okay, I mean, I think Bog was a little bit higher there. Let's try one more time. Verkittens? Okay, that's much better. Bog Yarzin? All right, we're about even right now. I think we're good. I think we're good.
Okay, looks like we're jumping right into the next map here, which is once again Palistro.
Okay, we have one last chance for redemption for the one player who did not fix their portrait.
I totally forgot about that, honestly.
Let's see how it looks, guys. We're here the last time they have it may be the last chance they have to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be it.
Azalin.
All right, we should be okay here. Okay, still good, no mess ups.
Yeah.
Very good, very
It was
good.
cooler when John Dark Souls was on the right side.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
They
Oh,
don't have portraits. They don't care.
I see you.
oh,
They don't
no,
care.
that's okay. That's all right.
Now they're gonna lose.
Don't say that.
No comp swamp still. Everyone's running the same jobs here, it looks like.
Yeah, nothing too major that I can see that has changed. It looks like just a standard party comp. You have a tank, a healer, and 3 DPS. It's not required at all. There's a lot of different comps you can use with different reasons for using them.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is what they've elected to do, and they feel most comfortable
Qualified
with
for
it. So let's
broken
see how they play
portrait.
on Palestra.
Yeah.
Palaestra's just a...
Why is the
You
camera-
look at it and you're like, this is a
Why
official
is the camera
esports
on
map.
them?
You guys ready? Last match for these two teams,
Okay,
at
that
least
was
for
weird.
one of them.
Here we go. Looks like they
right.
might jump in early. I see a TBN shield going out right away. Looks like they're jumping onto
Wow.
Iron Boot, but he gets a guard, so he's going to be
Wow.
okay. Veneer's being targeted, though.
Fuzzy
Gets
goes
heavy.
down!
Oh, my God. Nice swap.
They're just
Veneer's
on the
still super
offensive.
low, but looks like they might be okay.
A lot of mana has been used here by Veneer. They
Usually
don't have too much. They
doesn't
have
go
to
that
depend on
fast.
this elixir,
Yeah.
but they're going to get tapped right beforehand.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, no, they got it off. Oh,
my God.
we
That
did
bag.
lose John Dark Souls.
Yeah, Bogyarzen is super aggressive with their pushes. They keep trickling people down. They get one kill, they're always going to get another, it looks like.
Yeah. So right now we can see Bogyarzen using all their potions,
Looks
going
like
ahead and
Bogyarzen's
getting
gonna
back to
win.
full on everything.
Yes.
And then moving this crystal forward. They're getting a very good
They're just
early lead
dominating.
here.
Yes. I wonder if they'll take it to 50%. Oh, it looks like no. They're going to be stopped. Buzzy jumps on point, gets Guardian. He dashes out. It looks like they're trying to get Veneer still, but it's not really working out.
The white mage LB is ready. So, and it goes out. Really good damage. Tiny goes down.
They're really trying to get the Y mates down, but it's
Didn't
not
look
going
like
well for
it
them
did
there.
much.
Yeah, and
So-
John Dark Souls, no! Again, goes down.
Deja vu here. They get the
aiming for
same
John
two
Dark
people
Souls,
down. They may have to go and regroup, or they might have to just try and jump on point and stall here.
We can hear the energy from Bogyarzen over here. Oh no, for kids is this is looking kind of rough. They're in a tight situation. But they
Right.
did get the crystal back a little bit to save some time.
Yeah. We do have more limit breaks online. Dragoon limit break is ready, so they can use that to maybe push it all the way to 50%.
Yeah.
40%, they do stop it here. Oh, wow. Here, Tiny Sausage is stalling. He has guard. He gets Guardian, so his Paladin is saving him right now.
Oh, it's you.
Good LB. Oh, not a lot out of it, unfortunately.
Oh, and Zeke going down with a full limit break. That's very unfortunate. We do have still a lot of limit breaks coming up, so
Right.
we should see a ton of action about to happen.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Bogarzen got it to 50% though, so they're in a
Oh,
lead.
what?
John Dark Souls
How'd-
also
how'd
goes
Brick Kittens get it
down,
back?
So 4v4 here.
Yeah. Oh well, it's not going to be 4v4 for very long. Emma going down as well.
Whoa, whoa,
Oh
whoa.
man, this Bogarzen is
Bur-
suddenly going down.
Down
There's
and
our-
down.
Kittens, they are coming back.
There we go. Yep, they need to take it to the 50% mark to be at an even level with Team Bogarzen.
Yeah, this is looking actually pretty good to go back here to the crystal. Look at all those LBs though. They have so
Oh my God,
many
yeah.
on Bogyarzen.
And they have Dark Knight, so they can jump on the point with their Dark Knight limit break and be living dead, invincible for 10 seconds.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's a huge block for them. So we're going to see how that looks. They're probably
Really?
all going to go out about
Here
the
we
same
go.
Oh,
time.
interesting.
Here we have an even team fight starting off.
I don't
Let's see
remember
what
that
LBs
being
go
the
out.
limit
Dark
break.
Knight LB does come out for the damage.
Fuzzy goes down.
down. Tiny
Whoa.
Sonic also down. Wow. He's
Massacre.
trying to get Tomo, but Tomo is going to be okay. He has a lot of MP resources.
Oh,
So,
Dark Souls.
Yeah. Bogarzen is taking it back. But however, Burkittens did get it to the 50% mark, so this is even still. There's still a lot of time.
I wouldn't say it's
So many
even.
effects flying around.
This is looking pretty good here for Bogyarzen. They just need to push it as much as they can. They
Yeah.
still have a lot of regrouping to do.
Yeah, this is
So,
totally fine. Team Burkittens have a lot of LBs ready. They'll have Summoner, Scholar, Paladin, and Monk for the next team fight, so they should be okay.
Oh, they are pushing in there, trying to go ahead and take advantage
They tried
of
to
the
get
uneven
Tomo
count.
out, but it didn't work out.
Whoa.
But Fuzzy getting super low, gets Guardian though. Perfect. This Paladin is saving all of them here with the Guardian.
Yeah, this is whew. A lot of limit breaks were used. We have the White Mage and the Scholar limit break already though.
Yeah. Looks like White Mage LB
Okay,
goes
looks
out.
like they do have headsets and they're talking to each other.
It goes down. Oh my gosh. Oh, and he goes down immediately after.
Yeah, they punish that White Mage LB and get Venair down. We're in a 4v4. We still have a minute on the clock, so it's not too bad right now. John Dark Souls is being pursued. He has no more MP. They can chase and kill him right here. Gets super low, 2K. Oh,
well,
2K.
I don't think he was the. Well, they may take him down
the
here.
The map is super split
Wow,
right now. There's a lot of
he's
team fights
hanging in
happening
there.
everywhere.
Oh,
He was hanging in
yeah,
there.
they're all over the place. It is absolute chaos right here.
Yeah, but the
Whoa.
biggest thing is they
Bog
did
Yarzen
break the
broke it.
checkpoint. It has been pushed past 50% now.
That they are in the lead with
Oof, now
20
Verkittens needs to
seconds left on the map.
Have a flawless
Man, Bog
ride
Yarzen's going to
back
have
to
to
win.
dominate this. They're doing pretty good right now. They're going to have to push the crystal all the way back to their base and
Oh wait,
push
Verkittens is the one
past
who won.
Yeah.
Right, right.
4.3%.
Yeah, this is a little bit scary for Team Bog Yarzen here, but they did get the full team wipe.
Yeah.
So they're going to push it right now as
Out
we
of time.
head into overtime.
Oh, we're in the very last moments. It's time for
Oh my
overtime.
gosh. This next team fight is
Oh.
going to decide who wins
Yep.
here.
This is so tight. One of these teams they're going home.
Look at the limit breaks though. Dark Knight, White Mage, and Dragoon on one side, and the other side has Monk, Ninja, and that's it. So a little bit of a disadvantage. They're pushing right away though.
Yeah, they need to push right now. They can't risk them breaking this crystal.
Okay, where are the LBs? Here's Monk LB going on to Venair. Venair goes down.
Oh, no!
John Dark Souls getting super low. Mon Boop. Oh my God, John.
What,
goes
4
White
versus
Mage,
4.
4v
Oh,
didn't
3
go out.
versus 4. Am I going? All right, am I going down? Tiny getting really low as
Whoa.
well.
Oh my
though.
God. Team Bog Yarzen has to stay on the point right now or they'll
Verkittens
lose this
won.
match. So Verkittens is doing a great
Yeah,
job.
Verkittens wins.
Yeah, that is literally
Just
2
barely.
members
Whoa, whoa,
left,
whoa.
and they're way in their base. It's going to take a while to get up there and catch up with their team.
Yeah, right now, Mountain Boop and Buzzy holding on to the
Wow, they're
point for
hanging
dear
in
life.
there.
If they get off, Team Bog Yarzen will, Team Verkittens will win the match.
Yeah, and there's a couple tricks they could do to get them off with a push. So we'll see if. Oh, there it goes. Wait, no.
Oh, someone came in.
Unfortunately.
They planned it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
White
we
Mage
see that
LB goes out. Not a lot of damage. Oh my God.
John Dark Souls goes down.
Wow.
Perfect coordination from their White Mage.
Wow.
Zeke getting super low as well. Zeke goes down. 4v4 situation.
my
Emma's the next
gosh.
target. Emma goes
Ooh.
down as well.
Bog
This is
Yarzen's
it from Bog
taking a
Yarzen.
beating.
Oh,
It's
they got
3
the scholar
versus
down.
3.
Oh
They're
my
just
God.
trading players at this point.
This is so close. Venair might go down here. He has Wildfire.
But
This will
Verkittens is
explode
closer.
into a
That's
lot
their
of damage.
base.
And
So
no.
they're gonna
White
get
Mage.
back
White
into the
Mage just
fight
heals themselves, so
faster.
they're okay for now.
I don't know why this is still going.
On the point once again. Tomo jumping in. Monk
Yeah,
LB going
they're
out to
gone,
Tomo.
they're gone.
Tomo goes
Oh, huge kill here.
down. Yeah, this is looking good for
They got
Verkittens. They
back
might
just
win it
barely
here.
in time.
Zeke is the last person on point for now. Aslan getting super low. Aslan still has Dragoon limit break. Might be able to use it to go in the air and stall if necessary. But
Yeah.
once again, Team Bog Yarzen has to stay on the point or they will lose
Whoa.
this match.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's
they're just
I
barely
feel so bad.
making
They're
it.
just like bringing in one player, running across the map, waiting on the crystal, just doing everything to stay alive, then waiting for the team to show up and hopefully get a couple of
We're
kills.
seeing a lot of rotations. The players are rotating who's on the crystal, who's not. Here we go. Looks like Aslan's getting super low, but not down.
No, this is, we do have the Dragoon limit break that's been up for a while, but the White Mage limit break's coming up, as well as the Bard for Bog Yarzen.
Bog
they may be able
Yarzen's
to use it. They have to use
got
it
a ton of
before
limit breaks.
the limit breaks
Yeah.
come up
Ready.
here for Verkittens, though.
Yeah, you could totally tell these teams are trying to coordinate LBs here.
Tiny
goes down.
nuts.
Tiny going down is a huge win for them.
Yeah, Scholar LB is ready, so they can use a lot of shields here. Scholar goes low, but gets a potion, and it's going to be okay for now.
This match still going.
The checkpoint has been broken, so this is very...
Oh, they just have to
snap.
push, barely push it. All they have to do is get him off the map,
Yes.
kill him, and go
Dark
straight
Knight
up.
LB going out 1 more percent, and Team Bog Yarzen will win it here.
Wow.
It is so close. They just have to get him off this point.
And they have a Dark Knight. They might go for the Dark Knight pull and win the match right here.
It's so close.
Oh, Dark Knight goes down, unfortunately,
Mountain
though.
almost down as well. Broiling
Oh
doing
my
everything
God,
they can.
yes,
Oh,
no
wait,
more.
they took out the Dragoon.
Yeah, and the Scholar's getting super low, gets out. Wow, Veneers is on the point now. This is just like
Holy
chaos, honestly.
moly.
This is absolute
Holy
chaos. She just LP on
moly.
Veneer. Veneer goes down. Oh, they're
I
taking
thought
them
this
out.
match was
Holy
over.
crap.
And
This might be it. It looks like Team Verkids might win it here.
All they have to do is get them off the point, and they're just doing everything they can to not move. Ahmad about to go down. Oh, wait!
Zeke
No,
is last
Zeke's
one.
going
That
down.
might be it. No one's on the point right now.
Oh, this is so close! Holy crap! Right before it. Oh,
getting back.
McToma goes down. It's only Aslan right now. If Aslan goes down, Team Verkittens will win.
so close using guard, barely alive.
Guard's falling off.
Oh,
It looks like it might be
I
over
see it.
here.
That's it.
Over
there's a
there.
second.
It's over.
Kittens win.
That was amazing.
Congratulations.
Wow. That's crazy.
What a match! Holy crap! Did you guys like that?
9-minute match.
Wow.
Holy! Hey, let's give a round of applause real quick, guys. Holy crap!
That was crazy.
Oh,
That overtime was
They were
insane.
done, but they held on for 4
yeah,
more
I've never-
minutes.
well, I have seen some long overtimes. That was definitely one of the longest.
Yes.
Nice.
And you
that
can
was
see there's
very
always
nice.
like a little bit of give to be able to get back onto the crystal, and we saw them barely make it on a couple of times.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
just staying at that point. How do you feel?
Oh my God.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you all right?
23 to 20 kills I saw there at the end.
20. Say that again.
23 versus 20 kills. So
Jeez.
very close match. Lots of killing. Lots of deaths happening there.
Man, I don't even know what to say about that. Like that is again. I expected a really high tier match, and I think we just saw one of the highest tier matches.
Absolutely.
Outside of course, when the finals happen.
Yeah. Grand finals should be
Yeah,
the
the grand
most
finals,
insane
yeah.
one.
Well, I mean, Brian, we've seen a few maps. There's one more map we haven't seen. Hopefully we'll see it here in a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll just hold off the Volcanic Heart. But, well, I guess we're going to see these teams get up here, and we're going to bring in the other teams, or at least the other two to play.
Yeah.
You want to maybe, well, we'll wait.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a little bit of a surprise for some people. Oh, Aya!
Hi.
Hey, Aya!
Hi, everybody.
didn't
Well,
even
that was
notice
amazing.
to get
And
back.
if I could have both teams in front of their battle stations, that would be fantastic. Once you're good to go. But yeah, Brian and Frosty, can I have you both up here with me? if that's okay?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
All right. So, how was that? How are you both feeling about
Insane, just like I said.
that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so sorry I interrupted your guys' talk about plays and all that stuff, but did you?
No, I saw you up here and you distracted me. You look
Oh.
fabulous today, by the way. So, you know, you guys think she looks fabulous, by the way?
No.
All right, so we're actually going to interview both teams, but if you could both go in front of your battle stations, that would be fantastic.
But yeah, no, this was an amazing match.
Yes,
It was
oh my gosh.
a really good way to start off the
Yeah,
night.
backstage, all of us were just like, we're all watching in front of the monitor and everything like
I
that. It was
was-
so hype.
I was not sure
Oh.
what was going to happen.
Yeah, me
Going
neither.
back and forth the whole time.
That was
So
so good.
good.
It really could have gone any way.
Well,
I
yours
think we
has
could have probably
really
seen
made
like
them
maybe 100
fight
matches
for that
or 100
win.
rounds, and it might have been just back and forth the entire night. So these teams are definitely evenly matched.
Yeah, for sure. And also, I did want to apologize because I forgot to introduce a golden hour as a part of Team Bogyard. Let's give a shout out for a golden hour.
Yeah.
All right. But then can I have the leader of Bogyards step up because I do want to ask how you're feeling right now.
I don't really feel that bad, honestly. Like, they played really well, you know?
Yeah, it was
Just
high
whatever.
pressure, so I don't blame you. It was amazing. Thank you so much. All right, and then
Barely
I'm gonna
got a
go ahead
statement
and
out
ask
of
you,
him.
how are you feeling right now? Adrenaline high?
I'm shaking.
I
I'm literally
bet.
shaking right now. Yeah. Wow. Those were some games.
Those were
were
some
some-
games indeed.
Still reeling from it,
Those
but
were
yeah,
some
Bogyards
games.
they put up an amazing fight. It was a really great set of games, and yeah, we're I can't believe we're going to finals.
Awesome, yeah. All right, let's give it up for both teams, everybody.
That's true. It was a whole tournament. So
All right, and
They've
now
been at
I'm
it for a
gonna
while,
ask
not
both
just this
teams to
match.
go ahead and exit the stage, please. Thank you so much to the both of you. All right. Okay, So how was that, huh? That was good. But yes, now we
John
have
Dark
two
Souls
other
has been
teams
playing
coming
with that
up
helmet
very,
on
very soon.
the whole time.
It's going to be an amazing night. What'd you guys think of this first set of games? Oh my goodness. Like, was there any hype moments that you guys like? Who did you guys like the most? Let me hear it one more time for Verkittens. And of course, let me hear it one more time for Bog Yarzin. Awesome. All right, I think it's time for me to bring out our next two teams. So first off, we have Gnosis. Let me hear it for Gnosis, everybody. All right, and it's going to be starting off with their leader, Amadeus Lionheart.
You can't just keep up the energy for every single person when you don't know them barely.
All right. Oh, can I have you in front of
Go
your
on.
battle stations, please? Yeah, no worries.
Why?
And then can I also have
Why
a
are they
Labrys
insisting with
Rue
that?
in front of your battle station?
Right.
Oh, in front of. Oh, over there. And then next up, can
What's
I
happening over
have Deeks Aver?
DX Aver? Or Aver?
And then we have Julian Tomes.
Julian
And last but
Books.
certainly not least, Shannon Le Turtle.
The turtle.
All right. Okay, and now next up is our other team, Team Wolfus. And leading
So
Team
cute.
Wolfus is Aiz Siensu.
They're just a bunch of costumes. in their
And
team.
next up we have Ellie
Are they gonna
Meeks.
fight like that? Yeah,
And next we have Ajang Dade. And now let's make some noise for NBA superstar.
that name.
And next up we have Usada Pecora. And last but certainly not least, we have Yuki Shiroi. Ooh, what an entrance.
Yeah, I wish we could
All
see
right, so now I'm going to ask both of our teams, how are you feeling at this moment?
Overall, we're actually feeling quite great. It's actually a total blessing for us to be here. And honestly, we wouldn't be here with the hard work of Julian Tomes handling the logistics, Shannon putting in a lot of work to get us together. And of course, definitely would not be here without the support of everyone that's been cheering us on throughout the entire time, throughout preliminaries, quarterfinals. So honestly, we are feeling fantastic. We're here to have a great time. Doesn't matter win or lose, we're here and we're having an awesome time together.
Awesome, well said. Give it up, everybody. And now I have to come over here and ask you, how are you feeling right now?
We're feeling good. We just go out there, play our heart outs.
Yeah, awesome. Well said. Thank you
hearts
so
out.
much. And I think with that, let's have both of our teams
Yeah,
go
he's
to their battle
nervous.
stations. And I guess I'm going to leave it to. Oh, all right. Here we go.
Maps.
Okay. All right. So I think we're going to go ahead and actually, can I have Brian and Frosty come up with us real quick?
Oh, yeah,
If that's okay.
Oh yeah, they have to set up their buttons and stuff, right? Their accounts and then their
Yeah.
buttons.
So I just wanted to ask
Shortcuts.
the both of you, what are you expecting from both of these teams right now?
I mean, we're expecting a lot. I think the most interesting part, these guys are in different data centers, right, Brian?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah?
absolutely. Team Gnosis is representing Dynamis, and Team Wolfus will be representing Primal.
Dynamis.
How about that, a Dynamis team, guys?
Dynamis. It's Dynamis.
Well, which
I was saying
hold on.
Dynamis.
Dynamis, which was the other one?
Primal.
Primal.
Wolfus is Primal.
All right, who's voting for Primal?
That's not fair. Dynamis is new.
What about Dynamis? Okay, you guys got to be a little bit louder.
Yeah, okay. Let's try that
Dynamis
one
is
more
new.
time. Who's here for Primal?
Primal is my DC, so
Okay. And who's here to represent Dynamis? Let me hear it.
I keep saying Dynamis.
I feel like
Dynamis.
Dynamis was like a tinge higher, just
Yeah.
like slightly, ever so
Slightly.
slightly. But yeah, I want to actually, you know what? I want to know what you two think right now. I'm going to actually break neutrality right here, and I'm going to ask you both. Who do you like right now?
Whoa, that's mean.
Frosty,
It's not fair.
Well, I will
It's a
say
competition,
The
man.
commentators.
there's a lot. I'm going to give semi-neutral, but Woofas, I know them from an event that we put up together, in the community recently, and they came out of nowhere. They absolutely just came out of nowhere. No one really knew who they were, or at least I did. I mean, to some people. But they came and just destroyed all of these veteran teams, absolutely dominated them and won that tournament. And so they're kind of a newer team to the PvP scene. But we're seeing that also with our other team, Team Genosis.
Yeah.
So there's absolutely a possibility that they will be an underdog in this match and come back and take the win.
Yeah.
Ooh, how about you, Brian? How
I'm
you
biased. I
feeling?
love Gnosis.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've seen this team grow. They started as new players, and look at them here today. That's just amazing to me. So I'm rooting for the underdogs for sure here.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, that leaves me for Woofas, so yeah. Let's go Woofas.
All right. So now I think I'm going to go ahead and ask you both to back to your stations, if that's okay. And yeah, I want to hear it one more time, everybody. Who is here for Gnosis? And who is here for Wolfus? All right, but before we go ahead and do this, I'm going to go ahead and ask Zexos to come back up here, and we're going to choose their arenas that they're going to be playing on. Here we go. All right. Okay. Was this one? Volcanic Heart!
We're going to see it.
And the next one is going to be Cloud9, okay. And the last one is going to be, if there's a round 3, Volcanic Heart again. Ooh, got some spicy matches ahead. Frosty, Brian, you both ready? All right, I'll leave it to you.
All right, thank you so much. This is going to get kind of hot.
Oh, Volcanic Heart. Yeah, we're going to see it for the first time in this
That
tournament.
happens.
So
Yeah.
I guess I should explain it right away.
Yeah, go ahead and explain. Let's get it out of the way. Last map to explain.
So the arena event for this map is there will be a 20-second countdown. The volcano is very visible, will explode, and it will launch a bunch of bombs onto the map. These bombs will do line telegraphed AoEs, and if you get hit by it, you will take 30k damage. Or, you can use guard, you can run away from it, and to strategize, you got to try and just like push people into it if you can, or just make sure not to get hit by it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, these players know a decent amount right now about this map. It's been around since the beginning of Crystalline Conflict.
Right.
And so it's one of the first ones they kind of had to learn with mechanics outside of Cloud9 as well. And so there's some plays to make.
Yeah.
There's some plays to make.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of them feel pretty confident about dancing around those bombs. But we'll see for sure.
It gets a little chaotic. Sometimes the bombs happen as the crystal's pushing, so you have no choice but to like use something, use guard, or try and like break someone's guard with certain jobs. For example, Warrior has Primal Rage, I believe it's called, where it will break a guard and the players cannot use their guard, and that can be a strategy to get people hit by the bombs.
Yeah. And I think the run back to the crystal is usually pretty short on this map.
Yeah, a little
yeah,
bit.
okay. Yeah.
And there's also sprint lanes on this map, so it's a good way to get in or out if we need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it winds in on
I think
itself.
we're still waiting on a
and
little bit of setup here from the players.
lets you just cut through half the arena
Now, you said you like Gnosis, so I'm
unnecessarily.
not going to give you any more
So
questions
you
about
get
what
back
team you
to
like or anything else.
the center faster.
But
if you
is
need
there
to.
anything interesting within the history
There's
that
a lot of
maybe
winding
players
paths,
can
I
look
guess.
like, everyone
Yeah.
that's watching right
I
now
hadn't
might
thought
look
about
out
that
for
before.
these different teams?
I think you should look out for the limit breaks. That would be like the most visible thing to see in the match. We don't know what comps they're going to run. We know Gnosis runs Reaper for sure, because
I
they
don't
have
know.
a Reaper main who's just going to do it
I
for
didn't
sure.
pay attention to what the
But
second
other than
round's
that,
gonna
they
be
might
at.
choose anything else. So we'll
I
have to
was
see
so
when we
focused
get
on
in there.
Volcanic Heart.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll
Or
see.
whatever
We'll
it's
see.
called.
Reaper's a
It's
fun one.
Volcanic Heart,
Yeah.
right?
Reaper's another one that can guard break. So what he can do is use limit break, and that will make people hysteria, which will make them run around the map, and that actually breaks the guard, so they can be pushed into the bombs that way. So
Yeah.
it's good for this map, basically.
Yeah. And for those that might not be too familiar, the guard is when they turn into a bubble and they're doing a
Yeah.
T-pose and they're kind of going around. Well, it depends on the job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit different for some of them. But yeah.
Yeah, so that's another universal skill. And then there's Recuperate, which costs MP 2,500. And when you use that, you heal yourself. So often when you hear me say they're out of resources, that means they have no more MP and they have nothing else to heal themselves to survive.
Yeah. So monitoring, I will tell you, it is very difficult to follow a lot of the action that's going on sometimes, because if they're all around kind of running and attacking different people all over the different pieces of the map, it's hard to catch everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the big thing to always look for is those those team lists, right? There's a handful of bars. The second bar on the right, past the health bar, is the kind of like little potion bar. Then you have the limit break bar that's under the job icon. So there's three major things to kind of watch with that, and you can kind of get a good feel for how the match is going just by looking at that information.
Yeah, and of course the biggest thing to look out for as well is the crowd control. So things like stun, if someone gets stunned, in this type of matches, you're probably going to die because people are so coordinated. You can see them in voice chat, like they're making these calls like, I'm going to stun this person, jump on them, and that would be a kill usually. So got to be aware of that type of stuff. Especially
is this
with
taking longer than the other people in the other team?
Polymorph, or Miracle of Nature. So they turn into a little piggy, and they can't use any actions, and that's a good way to get kills.
Yeah, absolutely. And these players are very well versed in the combination of these different jobs. I mean, they've had a handful of years to kind of practice everything as well. But I don't think like everything is figured out yet. But it's pretty. They've been pretty good.
Yeah. I'll say the meta shifts a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
People play different compositions. Sometimes teams will do like a big AoE comp where you'll see like the Dragoon and a Warrior together, pair these limit breaks, break the guard, do big damage, and get big kills that way. Or you might see a single target, like Machinists, they can snipe and get one person out of play, and that makes them in a advantage player count, 5v4, and that can help you like start winning like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're almost there. It looks like the players are just joining into the match as we speak here. But we're going into the second match of the evening. Whoever wins this one will go on to the very last one, which will be a best of 5, I believe.
Yes,
the last
absolutely.
one. Yes. And so we have a best of 3 here again. So it could be 2 short maps, 3 very long ones like we saw just earlier. But we'll see how long it'll take to go through these matches. It could go any way.
Anyway, and we know your favorite map. What's your favorite
Cloud9. Oh my gosh, I love that map so much, mostly because it's fun to commentate. The players, maybe, they might be a little bit more frustrated with it if they get thrown in the air, but I love just watching people get thrown in the
clockwork.
air. I guess I should ask the crowd, how do you guys feel about Cloud9?
No,
do you guys like Cloud9? Am I alone in that?
I hear boos. There's actual boos right now.
That's the only one. Yeah. Okay, what about Volcanic Heart? Okay.
Positive.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, what about Clockwork?
Oh, more people like Clockwork.
And then Palestra. All right,
that sounded loudest.
Yeah, that sounded loudest. So the classic is,
And your favorite map is the least liked.
Yeah, I don't know. Devil's advocate, I guess, on that. I don't know.
I'm a fan of Clockwork because it's just the most chaotic.
It's my second favorite. You got people teleporting all around and everything else. I'm a little sad we won't see it here, but at least we get to see it's good to see all of the maps.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we might see Clockwork again in Grand Finals.
We might. That would be an exciting Grand Finals for sure. All right. Well. The other thing, I guess we could just talk about this too. How are you handling the heat here over in...
Don't they have AC?
Well, I'm not used to this weather exactly, but it hasn't been that bad, honestly. I'm trying to stay indoors.
Yeah, I bet they have AC in there.
It's hot.
The weather everyone was talking, it sounds like they don't.
Well, it's air conditioner here, but outside...
I bet it's a nightmare out there.
No. It's okay. Wow. The AC has been great in here, and I've been doing pretty good. I've stayed indoors the entire time. I've been walking around the convention, just checking out Pandemonium over there and all the wonderful events here. Are you guys enjoying the event overall? Yeah? All right, yeah.
Looks like we're almost ready, actually. We're missing one more player.
One more
player. What is happening? Why did it take so long? I guess they are setting up the buttons and stuff, and it's just taking them so long.
We're
should
good.
practice that before getting there.
Let's go ahead and get into this match. The first match between Team Genosis and Team Wolfas here, starting on the Volcanic Heart.
Gnosis.
Are you guys ready for this?
Dynamis. Or are they having
All right, a little
trouble
bit louder, please,
pronouncing
just a little
things?
bit more. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
We're jumping in now. Woo.
Oh, hold on, I need to make sure. Sorry, I was looking at.
And we're
looking at glamours.
Okay.
All right,
Here we go.
Let's see the portraits again. These two teams just got on stage. Hopefully they fixed it before coming in.
They had time.
Nice. Very nice.
Here we go. Team Genosis killing it out of the gate.
I told you that's my favorite team.
More than half of the defaults.
2 out of 5. Oh no. Oh no.
Let's see these comps here, though.
Oh, these are actually a little bit more interesting here.
Yeah.
Can you go into these comps and kind of what makes them unique?
Absolutely. So on Team Gnosis, we see Warrior, White Mage, Astro, Reaper, and Summoner. And Team Wolfus is running White Mage, Astro, Dragoon, Ninja, and Bard. So 2 healers and a tank on Team Astra, and 2 healers with no tank on Team Umbra, Team Wolfus.
Yeah. We're going to see how that plays out for them, but we are just 5 seconds from this. They look eager to jump in and start this match off, and we're about to go. Let's get it going, guys. Let's hear some noise for them.
Yeah, we see the Astro pulling their balance card, so they have a damage boost ready. Looks like DX and Amadeus might be the first targets here. Oh my God, Reaper goes down.
Got
Big damage start.
deleted.
Looks like they're gonna get a follow-up by Shannon.
Shannon going down immediately after.
My Lord. And then looks like they're gonna
Wow,
try and
they're
retreat, but
savaging
all up to
that.
Wolfus if they're gonna pursue here.
Yeah, this is
The
they
Warrior
have to
only
kind of
survived because
DX going down
Warrior's
as well.
taking-
And the timing of that's not great too, because it's going to take a little bit to get back
savage.
and, to a full team again.
Yeah, two Wolfus
I
having
feel like
a
I-
comfortable lead right now.
You can see them pushing into their base.
I might have
They're
seen
being
one
so
of the
aggressive.
tournaments
Wow.
Frosty was talking about.
And they're
I
having
did
their
see like a little
astrology
bit of
push the
one.
crystals. The crystals are already at 50%.
Yeah.
Team Wolfus
Dang,
is just
and I
doing
think-
insane work
And I
right
think Wolfus
See
was
Amadeus
just
coming back to stop
deleting
that crystal push and
enemy
just
teams,
delay
too.
that advance. They already got it over to that 50%. They haven't passed the checkpoint yet, but it's looking a little rough.
Wow.
It's looking really rough for Gnosis. Looks like Amadeus might go down again here. He's trying to run. Reaper is really good at surviving and kiting, but it's only a matter of time before you might go down. Shannon goes down in exchange.
Oh yeah, back at the
Yeah.
crystal here. It looks like Amadeus going down as well.
Yeah, Team Gnosis has
Wow,
to make the
they broke-
decision to just like
they
hold
broke
back.
through.
Don't jump in right away. Fully regroup and then go in unless...
Yeah, it looks like they did come down though, so they are going to go in there and try to take advantage of this
Holy
5 versus
moly,
3.
this is a
So
massacre.
still being pushed. It's at 88% right now.
He's walking
94%.
They won.
It's almost there.
99%.
Oh my goodness, Wolfus
Wow.
taking that first round so strong of a play there.
Such
Absolutely
devastation.
just dominating. Wow.
Very dominant.
Yeah, that was extremely strong play by Team Wolfus. The interesting thing, of course, you could see they got outnumbered and they just sent
That
their
was
team over
savage.
near that spawn area. And
Yeah.
just tried to make sure, like, if they jumped down, they were just going to
Right.
take them out as quick as they could.
Sure.
Oh, okay, hold on, sorry. Here we go. Let's get the party going. Everybody's showing up.
Nice.
Everybody's here to show their support for PvP. I didn't actually know that was on the screen back
Yeah,
there.
we
Sorry.
can see what's happening over there.
Yeah.
We're going to give these teams some time.
Actually, it looks
Oh,
like they're ready. Let's go
wow.
ahead.
They're going straight in. So the next map will be Cloud9, which we have seen before.
I hope Gnosis like is able to react to this.
Do this, guys. We might be in the last match between these two teams on the best map.
The best man. Oh, we got Club 9 again.
Cloud9. All right,
After they were
let's see
talking
if
about
they
it
fixed.
earlier.
Let's see if they fixed it. All right, we know this is good. Yeah, good job, Gnosis. Absolutely killed the portraits here.
Yeah.
Let's see if Wolfus fixed their portraits. Oh, they even took one off.
They got to go to the elephant, though.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
No.
We're going even more
You gotta
default.
make sure to save your portrait, guys. All right, so this is about the same comp they had
Right.
before for both teams, right?
Yes, it looks like.
Okay. Just a quick reminder, Cliff Notes. What exactly
Yeah, why
should
would they
everyone
change
be
if
looking out
they
for on
just
this
decimated them like that?
So yeah,
Although
there will be
Gnosis
a
should
turbulence
probably
event
could've
if it
changed.
happens, and there'll be a 20-second countdown. The sky would turn gray, and if they don't use guard, they'll be flown into the air and take 30k damage. So just got to be looking out for that
30K
timer. Be ready
damage.
to click guard.
Oh, here we go, everybody. This could be it.
Ooh.
They are running extremely
Come
fast
on,
here to the Crystal Boy.
Gnosis. Team Gnosis, you got this.
Wolfus is
It does
aggressive.
look like they're kind of just trying to control that point, holding back a little bit, but
Going for the back line, going for
Wolf is
DX.
going in. Wow!
Immediate
Oh,
knockdown.
oh,
They're gonna kill
oh,
Dome.
down.
They're gonna
Gnosis
kill it to
getting the
Yosada.
kill.
So it's a 44. Beautiful, Gnosis. Good job.
Yeah, absolutely. Good.
Good job.
Amadeus taking some damage
bias.
here. Oh, but Julian going down,
goes Shannon's
unfortunately.
getting super low. Shannon goes down as well. They did manage to get a kill there, but
Yeah.
Team Wolfus is very dominant still right now.
Yeah. We can see them pushing the
Oh, they got
crystal
the
very
crystal, yep.
confidently in there, as they do have to retreat, or they will have a stagger effect with their players
Right.
coming back to respawn.
Yeah. Like we saw last time, Team Gnosis didn't have a chance to really fully regroup. They were just going in, but this time they're being more patient, and we have the Turbulence event coming up in 15 seconds.
That is a fast golden elephant.
They got to be super careful here.
Wow,
They might go in before
They're gonna
it.
break it.
Turbulence is happening though here, guys. Right as this engagement's coming up in 5
Engaging during it.
seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Already
They
getting
broke
killed
it.
inside. It doesn't look
Wait,
like
no,
he
they
was
didn't.
too low.
A lot of
Oh,
guards.
Some
so
kills
close.
could happen as they hit the ground here.
So close.
A lot of damage, but no kills until now.
Oh, wait. Ellie
Ellie
going down.
goes down.
Actually, Team Gnosis looking maybe okay.
Yeah, they got some kills. They're in the lead right now. 5v3. Team Gnosis getting
Wow,
another
wow,
kill.
wow. Oh, snap,
Look
they
at
did
that.
it.
Near clear wipe
Wow.
here.
Now Team Gnosis will be able to push the crystal
Cloud9
here
is
to the enemy
savage.
side. Let's see how far to get it to, though.
Yeah, they need to push it as far as they can. We do see that Wolf has already got to the 50%. They haven't passed the checkpoint yet.
Right.
But we do
That's-
have Gnosis
that's
going up
how
there.
Bog
almost
Yarzan
at
won
50%
too,
as
isn't it?
well. We
Yeah.
might
They
see
flipped
them
it
try to
because,
jump in. No, they made it to the 50%,
lost
so they're
in,
technically tied at the moment.
And
Lost a
Team
lot of
Gnosis
people
actually
when
has
the
win break
tornadoes
advantage.
came.
NBA Superstar using their Astro LB. The damage is going to be high here. Both Astro LBs out. Damage is... Oh, Ellie goes down. NBA goes down as well.
Oh, snap.
Gnosis is doing good work right now.
Wow, that
Oh,
is
snap.
absolutely fantastic here.
Wow,
Dang,
Usada's
they
getting
got
super
him.
low. Gets guard broken. Usada might go down.
Oh,
Two
look at the
LBs.
jump. Let's see if they
Boy.
actually, well,
He mostly did it for survival, but he might get some damage here. Oh, it goes
Yep,
down.
dead.
Whoa!
another clear here.
Gnosis is winning right now.
Wow.
Team
Team
Gnosis
clear.
coming back with vengeance.
Wow, this is
Gnosis
their
is winning
map,
for
it looks
them.
like.
Yeah, Cloud9, they like it as much as I do, I guess.
They got the crystal at 75% right now. Team Wolfus might not be able to fully regroup, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're taking it. They're trying to go into their base right now and take advantage of
90%.
being down there.
95%.
Oh my gosh, are they actually going? Oh, okay, they
The
stopped.
Reaper LB might come out. They're pushing
Wow.
a point. It's at 99.2.
Oh, it's so close.
Oh my gosh. Just didn't even knock them off for one more second, and Team Gnosis could win this and make it 1-1.
It is so close. There's so many colors happening on the screen, though. It's hard to even see the players.
Yeah.
Amadeus getting super low. Looks like
Whoa, okay.
Whoa!
Whoa,
Ice
whoa.
goes down. Only Jung. Jung has no more MP. If Jung goes down, Team Gnosis could actually take it here.
Yeah, well, it does look like they're holding the base here. Just,
Yeah.
sorry, the crystal here for just a moment.
Yeah.
It is a rough situation, honestly, to be in. Because they now have to push the crystal all the way to the other
All the way
side.
to the end,
Wolfus has
basically.
spawn advantage right
They
now,
have to
so
win.
basically their spawn is just right near the crystal,
They
so
have
they
to
can
take the
make
crystal
it.
right back.
Yeah, Gnosis could just keep spotting and going to that point. As long as they can prevent them from the 99.2%, they'll be okay. We do have Turbulence coming in 5 seconds, though, so we are going to... There's no engagement happening. No one should really die.
Yeah.
We did see a death from Julian, actually, off on the side.
Oh, yeah. Looks like two players get the Chocobo Feather here, Amadeus and also the White Mage.
It is still a scary situation, however, with the tornadoes out on the map. They may wait a little bit for the engagement. Look at all
wow.
those
Look at
LBs.
this.
There's so many LBs on live.
5 all limit breaks
Almost
already
all
on
of the
Team
limit
Gnosis,
breaks.
and almost all as well on Wolfus. This is going to be an insane engagement here. Let's see what's happening. They're jumping in right now. Astro LB going out on both sides.
Oh my
Looks
God.
like Julian might be the
gosh, you
target
can't
here.
see
Julian gets the ball, but
anything.
they get Usada down. And nice. Oh my God, Gnosis is doing
Gnosis is doing it. If they could get a team kill here, 20 seconds left to just hold the advantage.
Dang. They won.
This is,
Whoa! Look at that!
I'm literally speechless right now.
This is absolutely amazing. They're just going
Yeah, they're
back.
pushing.
They're trying to stop the crystal from having anything that happens with it, guys.
Yep, I don't think Wolfus can make it in time. They're not going to make it, so Gnosis is going to win here.
Yeah, I think this is over. That's it.
Wow.
Gnosis wins round 2.
1-1. Oh my god.
After how savagely Wolfus deleted them in the
18
first
kills
round.
to 7 as well, so they were actually dominant.
They're very dominant within that
Dang.
map. Whew. Let's just do Cloud9 again. No, I think that I don't know if I was exactly expecting that to happen.
I
Again,
was not at
underdog
all.
team here. Gnosis coming out and getting a kill, or sorry, a win within this match against one of the top teams currently in Crystalline Conflict. Oh man, how do you guys feel? Was that exciting?
Dang. That was incredible.
I
man.
don't even know right now. Is it really the map that made that big a difference?
I don't know if it was the map or just the
Feels like
confidence
the-
of getting a really strong team
It feels
engagement
like
where
that
they came out on
first,
top. We've seen
the
that in the
tornado
past with
thing
PvP where teams that
with the
maybe
tides,
were considered
'cause
like not as
Wolfus
high
was
tier
winning in that.
came in, got a win, and their confidence carried them through the rest of the match.
Yeah.
And so that could be what we're seeing.
The same thing happened. Oh,
It
I
looks
don't
like we're
remember if it
actually
was the
ready
same thing,
to go
but
into our last match, guys.
with
Holy crap, are you
Bog
guys
Yarzan
ready?
earlier.
Woo. All right. Well, Volcanic Heart, again, we're coming back to it. Trying to keep it as hot as it is over here in Vegas.
Yeah, so Gnosis lost on Volcanic Heart first, so I wonder what's going to happen here.
This is technically Wolfus map, so we will see how this plays
Yeah,
out.
it just
Let's
absolutely
see
deleted
if at
them
least Wolfus
the
fixed
first round.
their portraits.
What do you mean? Wolfus is fine.
Gnosis, still great job.
No, wait.
But let's
wait.
see.
Are they all going to
Come
be
on, this
default
last.
now?
Oh! No. All right, let's go, Team Gnosis. Let's do it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Any comp swaps here? Let's see.
It looks about the same. Yeah, I don't see any major differences here.
Oh, man, that was
let's
intense.
just take a look and see how these players are feeling over in there. You can see Julian's ready to go, running at the gate. Ready to get out there and just make this happen.
Yeah.
Kind of just sitting.
Oh,
The emoting.
Yeah, emoting here at the end here. Oh man, I am
Why is my full screen
absolutely
not
ready
full
for this.
screen?
I don't know what
Oh,
to
there
expect.
we
We
go.
have 2 seconds, 1
I don't
second
know what
before
that
we
was
start,
about.
and here we go.
Alright.
We're gonna see how aggressive they go. Let's hear some energy, guys. Here's some noise. Give some energy.
Yeah. Looks like
Oh.
DX is he uses guard right away.
Wow,
so
they're
he
actually
should be
playing
okay.
kind of safe a little bit, but now they're starting the engagement.
Scared.
And
Oh, massive AoE
my
damage,
gosh.
getting Shannon down, but they get 2 kills though.
this is amazing, a 4 versus 3 right now. So we actually have Gnosis starting this off
Whoa.
very strong.
Wow. Yeah,
What I
they're
said
gonna
about
keep
the
pushing. Looks like they're going
team
for
comp
ice.
thing?
Ice getting
Never
very
mind. I
low,
don't know
trying
what
to
I'm
run
talking
into
about.
the spawn, but they have 2 healers, so you can see them healing each other to try and support each other.
Armadeus LB almost online. They may hold on
Yeah,
it for just a
Reaper.
bit for the engagement. Oh, wow!
Oh, massive coordination,
Dang.
super tight. That was like 1 second.
Wow.
Armadeus going down as well. DX, Julian, and Shannon left for Team Gnosis. They may have to go for the regroup or just die on point.
Gnosis
on the
is
Yeah,
gone.
I think
and
they
Gnosis
they
is
just
gone.
need to kind of get a regroup going right now. You can see Shannon
Yeah,
going back.
they're gonna chase her though. She's in her
Alright.
spot. She can't go anywhere else. She's gonna
Yeah.
get targeted here, and unfortunately, Shannon
Unfortunate.
goes down.
That does make a
They're-
pretty
they're-
unfortunate
Yeah.
regroup
they're
timing because they
losing
can't
in
really
a-
have a full group for the next
Yeah.
10,
Yeah,
15
they're
seconds.
disadvantaged.
Oh. Actually,
get
it's
a
a
trade,
4 versus
though.
4. Yeah, they trade what
Oh,
you saw
I
it
thought
here.
Gnosis killed
So
more
we're
versus
actually looking at a possibility of either one of these teams coming out
Everyone
from this
just left the
engagement
point.
Yeah.
on top.
Looks like Julian might be the next target here. He's trying to run away, but they're gonna let him go. NBA going with the Astro LB, so damage is boosted really high,
Oh,
and they get Julian down finally.
Team Wolf is actually showing that they definitely don't want to lose this match here.
Yeah.
DX might be the next target here, getting super low, but
Well, they're at 94. I thought they were
he
89.
uses his limit break, but not enough. Warrior goes down as well.
USADA has their LB up. We're about well, not anymore.
Tribute LB
Let's-
going on as well. Shannon's gonna be guaranteed killed here.
Oh.
When you time your
Right in
Tribute
front
limit
of
break
that
like that
potion.
while someone's guarded, you can time it and the person will go down immediately.
That is actually a really good play here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're seeing.
Wow, that's right. We
Actually,
didn't even see the stage
their
gimmick
team
last time, I just
come
realized.
back here, very strong, going almost 80.
Wow.
Wow.
This
Hey.
is looking bad for Team Gnosis
Yeah,
now.
unfortunately it is.
Wolfus is
Unfortunately.
almost there, 88%. If they make it here, they will be going to grand finals.
So close. They only
Yeah,
have a
it
couple of
looks like
members
they
left.
got
DX trying to hold that crystal as long as they can. I mean, with a full 5 versus 1, it's not very good. Shannon did show up here using their guard immediately.
Oh, Shannon's the last one remaining now. This could be it for Team Gnosis. They're getting it, 99%.
All right.
Wolfus won.
Wolfus comes out on top and wins the match between the two teams.
Nice.
Very
Wolfus
strong.
will be going to grand finals
Yeah,
now.
Gnosis was doing really well. In
That means we're going to have
Cloud9 match.
Wolfus versus...
The turbulence really helped
That's
them
okay.
out.
Verkittens.
Yeah, for kids.
All right. Actually, Brian and Frosty, can I have you both up here if that's okay? once
Yeah,
more?
absolutely.
Wolfus and Verkittens.
So how about that, huh? Now we have both of our teams ready for grand finals. Is that insane? All right. And then when I can I have both teams in front of their battle stations when possible. But, you know, while they're doing that and all that stuff, can I get some feedback from the both of you? What did you guys think about those matches,
Oh
Brian?
my
Let's
God.
start with you.
Gnosis shook us that second round. They were dominated the first one, but then they won the second one, and that was so unexpected. But unfortunately,
Wait a minute, they were the team you said you were voting for.
yeah, I was rooting for them, and I loved them.
Just say
But that's what happened. Facts are facts.
okay.
Yeah.
True. And Frosty, what do you think?
No, absolutely. That second round just took my breath away. That was an extremely strong showing. I
was
mean,
an
I
amazing
have
comeback.
seen this team play before, and they have made some amazing plays, and they just did it over and over and over again.
Right.
Unfortunately, they weren't able to do that within the third round here. Volcanic Heart does seem to favor Team Wolfus a little bit.
It did seem like
so I believe, you know, with that being said, they were just able to take the win.
Yeah. I would have loved to see what happened if they had Cloud9 as a third.
I would have loved that too. I know the crowd maybe not as much. All right.
You know, I did want to ask the both of you for your personal like favorites and all that stuff. I feel like you mentioned it earlier, but like among these like I guess among the PvP community, what is like the tier listing of pretty much like these arenas? Like what's like number one for everybody, what's second, third, fourth?
Well, I don't agree with a lot.
Well, he was just finding that out earlier.
So I'll let Brian say.
So yeah, it changes a lot. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you have to learn how to play on all maps for situations like this. But there's been times where people say Cloud9 is their least favorite. 'cause
Cloud9
it's
looks like it
chaotic,
really messes
and
with
the lane is
good
like really
teams,
long. There's that
apparently.
many places you can escape. So that can be really hard to deal with, and it gets very snowbally.
But if you learn how to play on
I guess I feel like
it becomes a
overconfident
really
and they
fun
just
map.
don't.
I mean, I think
Well,
just
guard
when you
is a
have
kind
these
of a
mechanics,
big
these interesting mechanics,
resource.
and learn how to work around
Maybe
them,
they
it
just don't
makes
wanna, like,
how you're
waste it.
thinking while you're going into a map different from a previous round, right? So you have to understand these maps and be able to play around these mechanics and know what jobs
feel
kind
like
of
it's
work
worth
best with what you're doing on that
30k
map.
damage.
That's a big thing as
and
well.
a couple of seconds of not being able to do
All
anything.
right, awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and talk to our two teams, but both Ryan and Frosty, thank you so much. All right, so let's go over here.
Well,
How are
Wolfus
y'all
is more
feeling
like
today?
adrenaline running
Feeling
through them
good.
now than Verkittens does. Because he
Gnosis
just
played really
won.
well. They've improved a lot. Hats off to them. It was a lot of fun playing them.
Awesome, and thank you, Team Wolfus. All right. And Gnosis, how are you feeling right now?
We're actually feeling still very, very great. Once again, you know, it's still an absolute blessing to be here and to fight a team on the level of Wolfus, and everyone that we fought up until this point has been nothing but amazing, educational, and exhilarating even. I have to say, without a shadow of a doubt, that I am so proud of the rest of the team on how they performed. And all in all, we look forward to more events like this, and we hope that everyone who hasn't done PvP, join us.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Very well said. Very well said indeed.
In this game.
I'm going to
It's
have to
fast,
ask
too.
you
It doesn't
all to
take
go ahead
long.
and exit the stage and
Go
make
in,
way for
have fun,
Verkittens to be coming
or
back.
have a horrible time,
So
and then you're
when
out
possible,
before
can I get
too much time
Verkittens
goes
back up
away.
here, please?
It doesn't eat up much of your time either.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. God, what a bunch of matches today, huh? I'm like, you know what I like about the competitive scene so much? The thing that I like most about the competitive scene is that a lot of things can change. Like, you know how everything was like a best of 3 all this time?
Damn,
What
they
would
went to 3 every
How
time.
would you feel? How would you feel
Best of 5?
if I said that the grand finals will be a best of 5 instead?
Oh my gosh. Is it going to
Honestly, with $22,500 on the line, we got to make it a little bit more hype, just a little bit. So why not bump up the matches? You know what I mean?
Just
All
gonna pull
right,
for 5
so-
stages.
All right. Oh,
Am I
Verkittens
live?
is here, so I am gonna go
Let me
over to
make
you,
sure.
Tiny Sausage. I'm getting it right this
Thank you,
time.
thank you, thank you. Yes. Hello. Hello, everyone.
So how are you feeling? What are you
Okay,
gonna
I'm
try
catching
to
up
bring
on the
along
few
with your team in this
seconds behind I
grand
am.
finals match?
We're just trying to keep the energy high, you know? Is everyone having a good time? And we want to match that energy, you know? Gnosis put up an amazing fight. They've improved a lot, like Wolfaz was saying. And we're just happy to be up here playing with the best of the best, you know? So, yeah.
Awesome.
This
Yeah,
is
very
taking
well
longer to
said.
catch
Thank
up
you
than
so
I was
much.
expecting.
All right.
Why did it say
So
live
if I could
wasn't
actually
live?
have both teams back to their battle stations, and now I'm going to actually ask both of Brian and Frosty to come up, because we got to talk about this grand finals match, really, truly.
Yeah. Yeah, this is an
And-
interesting one.
Yep, and now I'm going to ask
You
again.
don't have to wait
I'm
as
gonna
much
break the neutrality.
because they should be.
Okay,
Wolfus.
so without any hesitation. Okay, why Wolfus?
Wolfus, again, mostly because they are one of the newer teams that kind of came in and shook up the scene a little bit with just players that maybe not be known as well, or not known as well, and come out on top. And I just want to see if they actually can come out on top. Because
Bias.
again, Verkittens is a
Why
pretty
does she
veteran
want
team.
bias
I would
in
think
their
so.
commentators?
Now, Brian, I do want to ask, if you don't mind, do we have another data center battle here?
Oh yeah, Verkittens is a Crystal majority team.
Yeah.
Crystal
So
versus
Crystal
Primal.
versus Primal here in the grand finals.
Oh,
Okay, so
snap.
we did it before, so I'm going to try to do this again.
Okay.
What was it again? It was Crystal, right?
Yeah.
And Primal.
Yeah.
So let me hear it one more time for Primals, if you rep in that data center. All right, and now let's hear it for Crystal.
I thought Nolan was
Do we
replying
really
for a
give them a
moment,
second
but it's because I caught up at
Yeah,
that
you know
moment.
what? Primal, can you do you think you could make up for that one? Who's here for Primal?
Me too, but I don't want to yell.
I wanted to make sure that
You can
everyone.
try Crystal one more time.
You want to try it one more
time?
time?
Crystal?
Crystal?
I mean, Crystal's
That
got
is
it.
high.
We gave him a second check. Crystal definitely
Yeah, I
did
saw
it.
like a few people standing up.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like Crystal is like.
Role players, honestly.
Role
Role
players.
players.
Well, I mean, like, I'd to ask you, how have you been feeling?
Start trickling in because I feel like that's when everything is like a make or break
Okay.
situation, right?
back,
if like
I
limit
think.
breaks are up,
It's
what do you call
annoying.
it? Who's coming in? Who's
Sorry
trickling
about
in?
that.
How defensive are they getting? How offensive is the other team getting? How
But that's how I
offensive
got
is the defensive
behind, I
person in
guess.
there?
'Cause
It's
it
a
happened
whole lot of
earlier, too.
factors,
Yes.
And I feel like that's when the adrenaline, huh? Because
Yeah.
I should
that's
lower
a
this
meter in the
level.
game.
Sorry.
Team getting. How offensive is the defensive person in there? It's a whole lot of factors,
Yes.
and I feel like that's when the adrenaline, huh? Because
Yeah.
that's a meter in the game. I
It-
want to see. I always like those adrenaline rushes personally.
It is such a delicate balance to do that just right, and you have to get an early lead to really even be able to do it for some cases. Because if you have to push all the way into their base, it's a long way to run if you're trickling in, right?
Yeah, and
So-
the comps make such a big deal. Some jobs get limit breaks so much faster than others, like Reaper and White Mage. So if you have that on your team, you can actually have like a really good start.
Cool, awesome. Honestly, I want to hear like more about these like
It sounds
tiers
like
and
she
all that
didn't
stuff. So
know.
we went through the tiers of like the arenas and all that. But
He was like,
in your
"Oh,
opinion, what would you
really?"
say are like probably the top jobs to choose right now in PvP?
Yeah, well, from this tournament, we can see we've seen a lot of White Mages. I think every team.
Right? So,
yeah.
all right, okay. So like for you two, I'm gonna start with you, Brian.
Yeah.
What do you personally like to play?
Oh, I'm a Sage main in PvE and PvP.
Okay.
Okay, that's annoying that it keeps
Where,
happening.
where are all my other mains at out there? Can I hear some noise?
Maybe I
For
shouldn't
Sage?
catch up.
Sage?
Leave a buffer. Maybe that's the problem.
All right, okay. And how about you, Frosty?
I love Sage. It's my favorite. I'm not going to say PvP, though, but PvE is my favorite. I love Party Finder. You guys are the best to party with, just to let you know that. But in PvP, Summoner is my favorite.
Oh, wow, okay. Let me hear it for the summoner mains in PvP out there. That's quite a lot. Oh my goodness. All right, well that's awesome. But I feel like those two are pretty like, they stay back a lot most of the time,
Yeah.
right? So
Well,
would you say?
I like you jump in a little bit here and
Yeah,
there,
they have a
but
gap close. Summoner has a gap close where you have to jump in to deal damage once in a while. So
It's just fun to use the Titan clap and just. Yeah.
Close the book
Yeah.
on them.
Yeah,
kinda?
close the book on him. That's the goal.
That's,
Yeah.
that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna start saying that if I ever get a chance to like commentate one of these matches. I'm expecting to hear it from you if you
Oh,
ever get a chance to
no.
say it.
Okay,
I'm gonna be
expectations
watching
are
out,
bad.
and I'll be like, he said it in the backstage.
No.
What about you?
Why?
What's your favorite
Why would,
job?
Me? Oh my
That's
god.
so weird.
Are you going to say
Everybody
Monk?
in the audience,
Forcing him to use a
can I
phrase
hear
that-
some noise for all the
regardless of
monk
whether it's
mains out
relevant or
there?
not.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the reason why I like Monk so much is because just like a fighting game, which I enjoy. All right, shout outs to fighting games. All right.
Yeah.
There's actually a lot of combo setup that I feel like for Monk. So it's just like there's things to buff up your speed, your power, and your defense.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a lot of things that can like essentially melt somebody down.
Yeah.
Especially if I have limit break.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's just like a grapple from a fighting game.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so fun to just throw them and hit the ground just as hard as possible. And
It's
then
not fun to be on the receiving end of that,
so
let me tell
good.
you.
And I know Brian over here likes to play some fighting games too, if I'm not mistaken. All right. And so I'm going to ask you both to go ahead and return back to your stations. So now, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, if you like Wolfus, let me hear some noise. And let me hear one last time, who is here for Verkittens? All right, I'm gonna leave it to Brian and Frosty. Take it away. Let's go Grand Finals!
Thank you guys so much, man. This is intense. I have no clue who's gonna win this at all.
Both of them were super dominant.
Actually, I'm so sorry. I got so excited because I wanted to get these matches going that I forgot to choose the arenas they're going to be on.
That's okay. We could have figured it out.
All right. So let's go ahead and see. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Okay. Clockwork Castletown is going to be the first. And second is going to be Clockwork Castletown again? Okay. No way. Cloud9.
Oh my gosh.
And we're getting one more because at the 5th round, it's going to be Palestra. So this is the last one I'm going to pull. Here we go.
Pulled 3 or?
It's going to
I
be
thought she only pulled 2.
Volcanic Heart. And there we go. Clockwork Castletown twice. Oh my gosh. Here we go.
I'm ready.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that. I
She only
appreciate it.
did
We're going to
3.
see, let's see, Clockwork, Cloud9, Volcanic, Palestra.
Wait,
Every
what?
map.
Did I miss it?
Possibly.
If we go that far, yeah.
It may.
Hopefully.
I
Do you guys want to
wasn't paying
see
attention. I
all
was trying to
5
figure
games played
something
today?
out on my end over here.
All right. Oh, man. Okay, so, Brian, what exactly are your thoughts going into this? What are your expectations from these two teams?
I think we might see a lot of overtime again. These teams are just really strong at the defensive play, especially Team Verkittens with the Paladin Scholar comp. If they run it again, because they had the opportunity to switch.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Did they fix all their portraits?
Oh, they can hear us now, right?
Yeah, hopefully they can hear us. I would love it if they fix their portraits, but we'll see for sure. But I don't know. I think that this is going to be, it's very heavy mechanically starting off with these first 3 maps. Clockwork Town, going twice, then Cloud9. Both of those are very, very heavy on the mechanics.
Yes,
and so it's going to favor the player who knows how to work with the maps, right? So I guess that's what I'm looking forward to. I want to see if there's map flips. One thing we didn't really talk about too much going into this match, though, on Clockwork, is the beginning teleports, right?
Oh, yeah, the trapdoors.
Do you want to explain that just real quick?
Yeah, very briefly. There's some trapdoors that you can take to get into the enemy side faster.
Yeah,
and
they didn't
that's
talk
just a
about
way
those last
to
time.
engage. You cannot take them to leave,
I
only
took,
to
like-
go in. So.
All right, hold on.
I did like
Here we go.
a couple
Let's see.
dozen matches
Okay,
in there
still
before I
good,
even
still
knew
good, still
someone
good.
would take you to
Little
the other
John
side
on the
of
right
the
side again, so
arena.
that looks like the best.
Yeah. All right.
And then
Wolfus.
here we go, Wolfus, come on.
Another all default.
This is obviously intentional at this point.
They have to be trolling us. There's no other way. Oh,
The mug
man.
shots.
Yeah. Well, if they fix it, maybe they can win, but I don't know.
Yeah, so actually comps, we're seeing similar things that we saw them do in the
They're
finals.
definitely trolling
so
him.
Paladin, Astro, Monk, Ninja, and Machinist, and then versus White Mage, Astro, Dragoon, Ninja,
This is
and
the
Bard.
spookiest.
Okay, yeah. It seems like they're just sticking with what they're comfortable with. They're not trying to like respond to anything the other team's doing. They're not trying to do anything too different. They just want to play with what they feel like they could do. I guess here on stage.
absolutely. And
But here we go, guys. We're in the last match, starting off round 1.
Oh, a split here. Some team actually take the trapdoor, and some went through the mats here. First engagement happening right now. Buzzy gets silenced, might be the first target. Switching onto Ice. Ice getting very low, but it's going to be okay for now.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing all right. This is, again, kind of spread out. They're all just trying to move and not give them any chance. But, man, look at all that pressure that is going on.
Ellie getting really low, has no more MP. If they pursue here, can get them down. Yeah. But nope.
They're getting the elixir off. They may be able, they got the elixir.
A lot of safe oh my god, I was about to say a lot of safe plays happening, but then we see that happen. Yeah. Massive AoE damage. Big Suck gets super low.
Superstar and Big going down at the same time.
Wow, 3v4. Looks like they're staying in though. Both teams
has a little bit of pressure going on them right now, but they have a guard. It does look like they're backing up.
John getting super low. He had full MP there, so that's a really massive kill to get.
Yeah, that is actually pretty huge.
Yeah, and Paladin is going to be able to push it to 50% most likely now.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to go ahead and get it up there, and they're not going to stop them just yet. It looks like they're waiting.
Oh, they got stunned.
John Dark Souls has a long time to respawn, so it wouldn't be super wise to go in quite yet. But here comes some. There we go. Buzzy's coming in. Monk LB onto Ice. Ice goes down. But massive trade though. AoE damage getting the Monk and Ninja down. So this is a 3v4.
Yeah, actually, I was expecting that to happen a little bit later. The White Mage Limit Break never went off, so they aren't getting a regeneration on it right now.
Absolutely. And we're seeing a little bit of a fight on the mats right here, but no one's getting flipped. But they do get John Dark Souls down. They chased him down as Team Wolfus pushes it continued.
Yeah, this is actually looking pretty good for him. Big going down right now. Again, this crystal's just constantly being pushed. We have so many LBs up, though. This is going to be really hard for Verkittens to come back.
What's Astro
Wolfus has
LB?
many limit breaks ready. If they win this last team fight, they could just win the match here. L using that Bard limit break, getting a little bit of limit break regeneration going. Tiny Sauce, it goes down. Oh my gosh, this is really bad for Team Verkittens.
All LBs have been used now, though. Verkittens.
We see some minis, though. They get hit by the gaze attack. Ice and L specifically.
Yeah, so that is very unfortunate. That's usually a mechanic that shouldn't be too hard to not look at the boss when there's a giant eye on it, but we've seen that happen many times.
Right, and then looks like they're still getting kills now. Tiny Sauce, it goes down. Machinist goes down. 3v5 situation continued.
Yeah, so they're just holding strong.
Oh, here's Yojimbo. No one's near it, right?
No, that's okay. Yeah, they're fine. They backed up and they're just holding on from any kind of engagement right now. They're trying to
John goes down as well again.
Wolfus is still
they're
moving
having troubles getting their footing down, but they might get NBA Superstar. Linja Limit Break gets him down, so this might be the beginning they need to start making a comeback.
Yeah, Buzzy and go down at the same time. Buzzy had a full LB though, so not able to take use of that. With John Dark Souls, of course, losing any kind of LB generation right now.
Yeah, and Wolfus is continuing to push it a little bit.
Team Verkittens
needs to start using their limit breaks, or they might lose it here.
Yeah, sorry, there is just so much happening all over the map right now.
Yeah, a lot of split fights happening. They're fighting on the crystal, but they're also fighting and running between the mats.
Yeah.
Monk LB going now. It's getting Ice low. Ice goes down. So let's see if they get more after this. They need more than one kill to continue to push.
Yeah. We do have, again, a Dragoon LB up, a Ninja LB, and a Bard LB up for Team Wolfus.
Yeah. Here we go. Might be some big damage coming out right now. Looks like they're going for the Dragoon limit break.
I didn't notice the crystal's
anything
back.
out of here. Buzzy gets low, but no, Jump goes down in exchange.
Wow, okay, unfortunate.
Oh, that's a checkpoint, not the base.
Something we didn't notice is Mountain is running Astro instead of Scholar this time.
Oh, that's a... Well, not everyone is playing with White Mages, I guess, right?
Right, yeah. Here we go. Are they going to need some limit breaks here? Astra
and
LB
the
coming
crystal's
out.
back at base.
Team Astra has a lot of damage boost going on. They got to use it to render their damage. They got to keep pushing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's so many little side skirmishes happening. Wait, both LBs being used by the healers here. Taking out Buzzy. Tiny getting a little low, but they're using a potion.
Yeah.
It looks like they're safe at the moment.
Yeah, Paladin saving the Ninja right now. But what's going to happen next? Are they going to continue to push the crystal, or are they going to just keep chasing the back line? Because there's only 30 seconds left
dancing
on the
that
clock.
crystal around.
Yeah, I mean, they have to do something here. It is not looking good for Verkittens at the moment.
Yeah, Verkittens is
only 15 seconds left on the clock. Verkittens needs to start jumping on the point soon or getting close to it, because if they're not on the point, Team Wolfus will win this round.
The crystal's actually going back right now because no one's on the point.
Uh-oh, they have to get on the point. 5 seconds left. Buzzy looks like he might take it. Oh, he makes it just in time as we head into overtime. But if he goes down, they're not gonna win.
Yeah, John on it. Oh, almost coming off.
That was close.
Wow, a lot of mitigation right now. Jung gets down.
Oh!
Gotta stay on.
That's just
Dragoon
camera
LB,
angle.
they gotta get on.
Sorry. Oh!
That was super close once
Look
again.
at that. 50%.
Wow. Hit the
John
checkpoint.
getting super low, might go down here.
Oh, but all of Wolfus
he has
is
limit break
there,
ready.
all of them.
There's the limit break. Perfect limit break. So this path is going to be okay right now. Ninja LB going now. USADA goes down.
Burkitten's coming back
Whoa.
Oh,
here.
L goes down.
They
Wait a
got
minute.
him.
They can take it here. They just got to push it to 85%. They just got to keep the pressure up.
They're
Keep getting
knocking
these kills
Wolfus
and take
out.
it to 85%, and they will win this round.
They just, yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a hard road. They have to go towards the enemy base, and this is kind of what we were talking about with the triple
Oh, here we
effect
go. It's only NBA
Wow.
left. He uses Astro LB just to get some mitigation out, but 83%,
so close, and
84%.
there it goes.
They won. Holy moly. Wolfus was dominating the whole time, and then they came
That
out of
was like a
nowhere and
complete
won.
flip.
Massive comeback for Verkit.
Right at
Very
the
nice
end.
job.
They almost lost.
14 kills to 11.
Yeah,
That's the
extremely
timer.
impressive play. I wasn't expecting that at all. I was like, okay, well, it's almost over, almost in overtime, and then they just completely dominated the team matches.
Yeah, Buzzy was able to make it on the point and stall, and then it just worked from there.
Yeah. Oh, well, you guys thought we were done with clockwork. No, we're not. We're going to come back to it here in just a second. We're going to make sure our teams are okay. It looks like our teams are actually okay, so we're just going to jump back into it. You guys want to just get back into it?
Cloud9. Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
Queuing back
Right.
in.
She didn't get. Okay, yeah.
So many players out there, by the way.
I got confused
Doing a
earlier.
raid.
Sorry. So yeah, it was
All right.
Clockwork,
Guys, I don't even
Cloud9,
know if I
and
want to talk about it. I
Volcanic
don't think they're
Heart,
going
and
to fix
then
it, guys.
House.
I don't think they're listening to us.
Wolfus is rebellious.
Yeah. All right, so let's give a hand to Burkins for doing something with the portraits. All right, all right, all right. Come on, Wolfus. Come on, please, please.
Will they shock us? Oh,
No. It'd be funny
You know,
if
that would
they
be
made
cool
it
if
to
they
round
actually did
5.
shock us.
I would.
It'd be
I
funny
would
if they made it to
hope
round
for it,
5,
right?
and then they
But
all just had the
that's
most
all right. That's all right.
I
outlandish
think the
portrait
biggest
ever.
plays that happened this match, our last match, was the Ninja LBs.
Oh yeah, those ninja. Explain that real quick
Yeah.
for players that might not understand.
So Ninja LB, if you use it on a target who's under 50% HP, you will execute them and like instantly get them downed. You can also chain it. So once you get one person killed with the Ninja LB, you could do another person within a window of time. So
Really?
in times like this with Light Party, you can be like,
Dang.
this person's under 50, switch, and then get the kill, then switch to another person and like just chain it. And that's what happened last match. And that's how Verkins took it.
Let's see if they can do it again. We are starting this off. This is round 2 on Clockwork Castletown. Immediately going towards the crystal. So fast.
Oh, we see massive AoE damage, but they get big suck down right away.
Wow, yeah, that was a
Big
really good
suck
kill
down
here
right away.
for Team Wolfus.
There we go, 45. Are they gonna do anything after that? They look like they want to go for the Bard, but having a difficult time. A lot of heals. Team Wolfus has 2 healers,
I
so
think
they're
they're-
supporting each other really well.
They're trying to hold that crystal just a little bit here.
Uh-huh.
It looks like we're in a mass, but I don't think they're going to
Oh,
stay
some
on
might
it.
get flipped here. Oh, no, they make it out.
It's all right.
It's alright, Wolfus
Looks
with
like
the
the
lead
crystal's slowly
again.
being pushed by Team Wolfus. It's at 29% right now. 30. Here we go. They're not gonna let them get it to 50%, are they?
I think it's just going.
No way.
They are waiting for a regroup here.
I started playing Dragoon in PvP a little bit more
big lead
lately,
for
and it's
no
nice
reason
to
that I can
see the
see.
Dragoon
Well, I mean, maybe they're just
flipping
waiting on that White Mage
to
LB,
get
which
their,
did just
their
go out here.
secondary
they did
flip
get actually
ability
3
ready.
players, I believe, but they seem to
'Cause
be
I didn't know if that
okay,
was a good
handling it pretty
practice or
well.
not.
Yeah, is there gonna be any kills here? It looks like John's gonna use super low, but
Oh.
they're switching targets a lot. Ooh, no flips.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, may still get him.
No,
Oh, they
got
got
the finisher.
NBA down in the background over here.
Wow, Buzzy getting super low. Buzzy goes down, so we're in a 44. Yo, Jimbo
Wow.
coming out. They gotta run away from it.
Whoa.
Are they gonna get hit? They're gonna get
Yo.
hit here.
Someone's gonna get hit.
Oh, they guarded. Okay, they got it.
Yeah,
got
they
it, got
mitigated
it.
with guard,
Pro players.
so they were able to survive. But that was super close.
Yeah, very, very, very. Oh,
Al's getting super low.
What a kill with the Dragoon limit break.
Yeah, L getting, looks like there might be the next target. Ninja LB going out onto L, but doesn't get the execute because they were not under 50%.
Oh,
Tiny,
getting Tiny down with the Ninja LB
Yeah.
as well.
perfect punish into Tiny because the Ninja LB was a fail. John also going down.
Her kittens
and looks like
is
Team
gone.
Wolfus will get it past 50% here most likely.
Yeah.
I think Wolf is
Holding on
gonna
pretty strong
break
here.
through.
Verkins again has to do a lot of work, but we've already seen them do a lot of work within the previous match.
Right, and they have White Mage and Astro LB together. That's a powerful combo. Astro buffs damage, and White Mage is a long laser attack, so combine those together can be a kill.
If you guys get minied here, I'll be upset. All right.
Here we go, 80%. They're going to have to start jumping in. Here we go. They jump in. Astro LB on Team Astra side here. Buzzy getting super low. Buzzy might go down.
Oh, a kill on Buzzy. Lots of damage going on Verkins. This is actually really not
rough for
they did the
Verkins.
combination that I just said, Astro into White Mage, and they were able to do it. John Dark Souls does live because Paladin has Hollow Ground available.
He is using the Dragoon Limit Break, but I think that was more of just kind of, I don't know, just to hang back a little bit and not take damage.
Right. He's
John
going down.
Dark Souls goes down as well.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is looking kind
He
of
fought
dire.
as long as he could, but he used Hollow Ground, he used Guard, so it's over. Big Suck might go down next here. So they're starting to be in a triple advantage. We also see the Ninja LB there, so they can start chaining these limit breaks to get people under 50%.
Yeah, I mean, they have, well, Buzzy going down, there you go.
Yeah.
Using that Ninja Limit Break.
Yeah, looks like they get iced down though, so this could be a chance to maybe make a comeback here for Team Burkett.
Surviving.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but they're surviving.
They have to make a comeback. It's at 84.4%,
Yeah.
which is kind of actually familiar to the last match.
Yeah,
They did get iced down here. Buzzy going down as well, but I mean, it still could go anyway here. They're being very careful. Again, this is the last match of the night. Whoever wins this wins, well, not this match in particular, but overall, the grand prize.
Right, exactly. John Dark Souls super low
there
on
no
resources.
second prize?
He's getting low, but will he live
Because
here?
22.5K and then
Nah,
nothing.
he's all right. Yeah, he's
It's
fine.
rough.
We checked in on him. Oh, what a great limit break taking down almost, wait, no.
Oh, he gets guarded. A beautiful guardian by John Dark Souls, keeping the machinists alive. So they're going to be able to... Oh, John getting punished, though. Is he going to go down this time?
They're chasing him right now. They have the Dragoon limit break and taking John down. Man, well, Ellie going down at the exact same time as well. Again, we're in another 4 versus 4 situation.
Yeah, Dragoon LB coming out, though. They got to be careful. They did get Mountain Boot really low.
So low, going onto the mats, trying
Beautiful
to take him down.
machinist
This would be a pretty good kill because it would create a bigger stagger here, but it
Yeah.
looks like they... Oh, they got the potion!
That
Only
potion
30
saved
seconds,
them. That
25
specific one
seconds left on
saved
the
them
clock,
twice
so this is
already.
getting like to a crazy part.
Yeah, this is getting pretty intense right now. They're all spread out. They're everywhere.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for the Yojimbo robot coming out and the gaze attack. They're right next to each other. If you don't use guard, you might get hit.
We got a mini over here.
Yojimbo and gaze. I don't think I've
And
seen
he
that.
gets minied
Does
and
that
gets
happen
taken
often?
down right away.
But Buzzy going
The Navy
down
on point,
too.
by the way, is overtime right now.
It's overtime. We're here, guys. They have to push us, and they have to keep pushing it.
Kittens needs to stay on.
Are they gonna do it again?
Oh, they're not though. It doesn't seem like it.
Here comes Yojimbo again. They might have to use hollow ground to mitigate this. Yeah, exactly. They use a lot of guards too, so.
I'm sorry, these guys are just all over the place here. Here we go.
Yeah, no teams have really much resources defensively, but they just got to keep the pressure and coordinate their damage. That's like the big thing right now.
Dragoon limit break and Bard limit break is coming up here for Wolfas. If they can get a good combination going, they can end this round.
Right. They're pushing, they're pushing, they're pushing. 5v5. Here comes some LBs. Dragoon LBs ready first. Are they going to use it? Ice goes down. Ice didn't get to limit break in time. Boot
But
goes
Dragoon
down.
is going.
Dragoon's in the air. Well, not a lot out of it, unfortunately. Just getting mitigated with the guards.
Yeah. I mean, right now, Verkins, it's a 4 versus 4. They're, again, trying to play very carefully here because this next major engagement is going to matter. It's not going down, though.
This is
very spooky for Verkins. They have to stay on point still. They have
you even
very
heal
little
on time?
players right now, so this could be
Tiny
bad.
going down. Yeah, they're just trying
Only
to
Buzzy
do
on
everything
point.
they can. Yeah.
Only
Yeah,
Buzzy
looks
on
like
point holding
Wolfus is
it.
gonna win. Although I said
Guardian,
that before, and
he's
then they
gonna get
didn't.
punished. John Dark uses Guardian, but he gets hit with a lot of AoE damage
And
and
the
he goes
potion
down.
didn't go off on Buzzy, which is exactly what they're trying to do. This is not looking good for Verkins
Here
right
goes
now.
Monk LB has a last-ditch effort, but no one's on point, so it looks like they're
could
going to be able to take it.
Yeah,
That's it,
that is
yep.
another
Wolfus
is a
won.
win for Wolfas.
But it was
Congratulations.
closer than it probably should have been.
So that is a 1-1 now.
1-1.
And we're done with Clockwork. Beautiful map. Sad to see it go. But, you know, we're going to go on to the best map right after this, Cloud 9. And then we get to see how these players can do on that.
We might see some job comp switches too.
These teams are looking extremely even right now, by the way.
Oh my God, so many people.
I don't know if I could say any of them favors one or the other here. We can see we're having a party. I hope you guys are having a party. I hope you guys went on the La Perrette
floor earlier and danced. Did anyone go out there and dance?
Oh, they're talking about
all right.
Vegas people.
Well,
Okay.
it looks like we're actually ready to go in too, though. So are you ready? Are you guys ready in the crowd? All right. We have at least 2 more rounds to go.
Yep.
At least 2 more.
Yep, this would be match 3
Didn't
here.
both of these
Let's see if
teams
they do any
lose
swaps, whether they're
Cloud9?
gonna change.
If they swap their portraits, maybe.
Who's gonna win?
All right. Looking good still.
Yeah.
You know, good job for Verkins at
Yeah.
least.
Once again, Verkins is Team Astra, and Umbra will be Team Wolfus.
Come
There
on,
they go
give us something, guys, before the night ends. Hey. Okay.
I love how they were
real
slowly
quick,
but
this is the
surely
last time we're gonna
taking
see it.
off
What should
their
everyone in the
portraits.
audience be looking for on Cloud9?
Oh, so the countdown will be 20 seconds, and it'll be a tornado event. If you don't use guard, you'll be launched into the air. You can also get a black chocobo feather to standing there.
Staring at the tree.
Just looking into the distance.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. Maybe they're reflecting.
That seems bad to me.
Yeah, a little bit. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
Oh yeah, so
Well, we're going into
Yeah, we're
it.
going
As you
in.
guys know this map. Here we go. Round 3 versus Wolfus versus Verkittens.
go. We do see a swap. We see Scholar coming back here.
Oh, okay, okay.
So we got some shield mitigations going out. Looks like they're pushing a little bit here, but nothing big so far until now.
Wow. Damage flying around.
The first kill of this round. It looks like they're still holding on pretty well. John taking a lot of damage, however.
Feels
Yeah,
bad
they're
to
trying to get L down,
like
but still
be
has
the first
some-
blood
Denied
to
the
die.
potion.
Whoa.
Wow.
Verkittens.
Looks like Wolfus is pushing the
Disadvantage.
crystal a tiny bit. Buzzy getting super low.
Oh, snap.
Is he going to be
That's
okay
another
here?
one
They might
down.
just be stalling.
They got a kill? Well, I
Yep.
mean, yeah, I mean, they want to stall a
Wow.
little bit here. It is
Yeah.
a little bit risky. They are
Yep.
going to be able to get the 50% unless someone
Uh-huh.
runs down here, which I would not advise at the moment.
Yeah, Verkins is just fully regrouping. Team Wolfus will be able to push it to 50% here.
But now the shortcuts
and
are
Limit Breaks
active.
Online is mostly on Wolfus' favor. They have White Mage Limit Break ready. So,
Okay.
TLDR, that's bad for a team.
Pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
There we go.
we'll
Even
see.
past
Okay.
50%, almost at 70 here.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting a pretty good push here. It's going to be, oh, take it out. Ice immediately.
Wow.
John going down, though. A quick trade between the two teams.
Yep, they
Whoa.
tried to get Ice down before the White Mage Limit Break, but they were unable to, so.
Ellie's
this
feeling
ended
that
up in-
pressure right now. It looks like I maybe get away.
Big Suck getting super
Nope,
low,
nope.
but it looks like they're
Not letting
super
them get
split.
away.
There's like
Yeah.
3 team fights here right now.
They all split to the sides here. We do see both Big going down as well as Ellie.
Yeah, there's a team
There's
fight
two
on the
evenly
crystal,
matched.
there's a team fight near the
Oh, they're
spawn.
taking the
Dragoon
crystal
LB
back.
coming out. This might combo with something here.
Ooh, well, yeah, Jung dying. So now this is a 4 versus 3 here. Getting a solid pushback. They may be able to get this back into their favor.
Yeah, it's up to Team Wolfus what they want to do here. It looks like they're trying to regroup, but they're not having the best time with it. Ice getting super low. Ninja LB gets to execute.
Oh,
this is going to be
wow.
really good for Verkins. Are they going to continue pushing?
Oh, well, no. The Ninja did not continue that. Tiny going down immediately afterwards.
And they
Well,
only
here
get it to
comes the
48%, here,
turbulence.
but we do see the
5
turbulence
seconds.
coming out. Yep. 3,
gonna turn
2,
things around.
1. Oop, they're in the air. Someone also died right before then. The
Oh, man.
machinist.
No major trouble from that. No major trouble. They're okay.
John Darksoul's getting super low.
Oh.
So close to having Hollow Ground ready, but not quite yet.
Yeah.
Oof.
Buzzy going down
Oh,
immediately after.
Verkins is
Verkins
wiped.
getting, well,
Wiped.
losing.
Yeah, Wolfus is taking it back. They're pushing the crystal back onto the
Wiped
enemy
out.
side. Let's see how far they'll be able to take it.
I mean, there's still 2 minutes left.
But
There's
they'll be able to
lot
Yeah, a
regroup.
lot of
on
time
before
left.
it ends. Yeah.
Can go either way still. We can see that Verkins have Monk Limit
They
Break
might-
ready,
They're probably
Machinist Limit
gonna
Break ready, and
stop them
Paladin
before
for
they
this
make
next
progress.
fight most
It'll be
likely.
close.
Yeah, and it's really good that they were able to avoid a lot of engagements during the tornado phase as well. Oh!
Here we go. White Mage LB always
Buzzy
first. Buzzy
immediately
goes down.
Not able to use their Monk LB. That's
Yeah.
actually a huge loss.
Yeah, they're using Paladin LB. They use Dragoon LB. nothing big really happening because Paladin mitigates a lot of damage.
Well, I mean, the Machinist LB went out too, and no one died. Like, they used a lot of LBs there, and were not able to.
Jung might be the next target here, getting super low, but might escape. Ninja is very mobile, has teleports, have their own self-heals, so we'll see if they get out. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, they look okay.
Tiny getting super low. Is he being pursued? Being pursued by a White Mage.
Yeah, the White Mage is going to take out the
I don't know White Mage can kill Ninja like this.
Yeah, absolutely, it looks like it.
Bard is chasing though. They're just like stalling.
yeah, just do it. Oh!
Big AoE damage, getting John Dark Souls down.
Major kill there for them.
Yeah, we're getting closer to overtime now. 50 seconds left
These
on the
fights are
clock.
nuts.
So we need to start seeing big team plays happening.
Yeah.
White Mage LB once again getting a lot of damage out onto Mountain and Bix. So
They keep like trading
and it
kills.
doesn't look like they're doing any kind of follow-up here. Jung just kind of holding on to their LB as well, and trying to chase down the Machinist. Big going down.
Ooh,
wow! That was a very important kill to get.
Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah, Burkitts have to be on point in the overtime, so they cannot be losing members right now.
No, they have to regroup. They have to be able to take on this next team engagement.
It looks like Team Wolfus wants to win it here. They use the Astro LB,
taking down
they get Jung though.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. So 4 versus 4 here. We're gonna have Big come back in just a moment. If Tiny needs to hold on. Oh, the Dragoon LB finishing him off.
Yep, jumping right into overtime. Is anyone on point? Yep.
Yeah.
But
Once
their
again,
guard's almost
Burkitts
gone.
has to stay on point
there's
here
more
or
of them.
they will
Okay.
lose this match. Ice jumping in, getting super low, goes down. It looks like Team Wolfus might have to go for the full regroup here.
Yeah, I mean, they should. They should.
Oh, Big
but
Stuff
they're
getting
not.
super low,
But
unable to
they're
use
not.
Machinist LB, goes down. We're in a 4v4, but this is still like looking scary for Burkitts, in my opinion.
That Crystal, they have to stay on it, like you said. And I guess they're just, wow, yeah, you see them go back to using an elixir. Just get a little bit of mana left.
Those elixirs are being used right near the crystal, and no one interrupted them there.
And they went ahead and took, oh wait, actually, sorry, the engagement's happening right now. John using their cover and hollowed ground at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, keeping his team safe for a little bit. We see some LBs coming out. Once again, Big Suck has Machinist LB. He could go for a snipe, get someone out, and that'll be a nice big lead for them.
Yep. They're actually pushing it pretty well right here. I mean, again, they have a lot of work to do. I think we'll see if Wolfus is able to win this next engagement. John getting kind of low with that cover. We see the Dragoon LB. Oh, and taking him out! Wow, what a kill.
Ton Dragoon LB.
Yeah, they're using Machinist. Here comes the snipe onto N-Base Superstar. Unable to get the kill though. Mountain Boot goes down before using Scholar LB. But that's a really unfortunate situation there. Ninja LB also ready. This could be over for Team Burkitts.
Well, they took out Ice here. Well, nope.
There's only Tiny Sausage left on point. If he goes down, Team Wolfus will win this round.
Yeah, we can see Tiny doing everything
There you go,
they can to
guards
stay
wearing
alive.
off. He might go down here. He's going down. Will anyone make it on time?
Nope.
Wolfus takes it.
Wolfus takes round
Wolfus
3, everyone.
wins. So now they need one more win and they get everything.
That is intense. That was intense. Oh man, so we're already on the 4th round.
Fourth round.
Of the grand finals. How are you guys feeling out there in the crowd? I can tell you, I'm like shaking a little bit. It's pretty intense. This is really impressive matches between both of these players.
And they're ready right away. Like
They are not waiting. They just want to get into it, just like all you guys want to see them play. All right, well, let's go ahead and do it. Our next map is going to be the Volcanic Heart. Ooh. How do you guys feel about Volcanic Heart? Yeah? Okay. If Wolfus wins this, they win the match entirely. Are you guys wanting Wolfus to win? Okay. What about Burkitts? All right. I'm not even going to talk about the fortress. We're just going to ignore it.
Just ignore it at this point. Want to say shock us?
Let's give it up. Unless?
I'm going to give them a hard time when they do this. That should be a requirement.
It should
Get
be
your
a
portraits
requirement.
fixed.
Well, so as I recall, Wolfus won very dominantly on this map against the other team.
Yeah,
twice.
actually, if we went back to it, this was their map basically.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna see if
Even
Vert Kittens
before.
is able to perform just as well.
Even
I mean,
before the
when we were
gimmick
looking
happened.
at Vert Kittens, I don't think they played on Volcanic Heart in their matchups at all. So we didn't actually see that. Yeah, they played on Clockwork, Cloud, and Palestra. So this is the first time they're actually playing it. It looks like NBA Superstar is trying to sweep up, but he's just kind of going in circles here. That's all right. All right, match is starting, guys.
Here we go.
Let's do this.
Vert Kittens draw Bowl card for defense, and Team Umbra draws balance for damage up.
I don't know what's crazy.
God. Within 10 seconds, and Astro
is their
goes
map.
down. Massive coordination. John also going down.
This is their map. They just
coming
know
out
all the corners and stuff. I guess they practice
Yeah,
a lot.
they need to push the Grizzle though. They want one person at least pushing.
Yeah, they need to make.
Oh, they get a kill though with 3 players.
Oh, actually, yeah, they did take out their Bard here, so
Yeah.
that is a 4 versus 3, not too bad.
Yeah, they might be able to stall it-ish. Buzzy's on point right now, trying to stall it, going against NBA, but not able to do much.
Whoa,
Just
got
escape.
pulled out.
Yeah. So I guess we'll see here. Looks like they're trying to regroup. They're kind of holding back a little bit. They look like they're ready for an engagement, though.
LBs are going to be ready soon. At least the white mage one.
There it goes.
John goes down. They don't want to see these guardians anymore. They don't want to see these clutch covers. So they're just going to keep killing the paladin over and over.
Yeah. Big
Just
going down
gunning
next.
for
He doesn't
him.
have the paladin around, so it is a little bit more rough for him.
Yeah.
Oh ho ho ho!
They know their strat.
Falling down as well.
Can't stop it.
Well, we see the Monk limit break going out, getting NBA Superstar down. So this is a 4v4.
Yeah.
Oh, we do have the arena event happening right now. The volcano is exploding. The bombs are spawning onto the map. These will do line AoEs. They have to dodge this. And also when the bombs dissipate, there will be orbs that they can pick up for damage boost.
Yeah. They're waiting a little bit for the rest of the limit breaks to come up, but it doesn't look like they're going to take advantage of that limit break lead just yet.
Buzzy getting polymorph might go down here.
Ow.
Wow.
That Dragoon LB is out. I don't think they're going to... Well,
Let's
actually,
see.
Ellie? No. Or no, sorry.
Gets the Machinist LB
yeah.
follow-up though, so L does go down afterwards.
Yeah.
Tiny getting super low. He's going to go down here as well.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Her kitten's getting
All
wrecked.
right.
This is looking super
Why is
dominant for
Wolfus
Team
so
Wolfus.
good in
You just
this
gotta
map?
keep it up. They gotta go against some limit breaks soon though. Astro LB. Oh, Big Suck going down as well.
Wow. Yeah, no, this is a 2 versus 5 right now. It's not looking good. They don't have a lot of room. I'm going to be honest
This is
with you.
Wolfus' map, just like we said earlier.
Yeah, they have proven it. They've already warmed up with a couple of the
Yeah.
rounds
And this
of
could be the end though. This is like for the money. If
Yeah.
Wolfus wins this, Wolfus wins this match, it's over. Like they win the tournament.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they did get off point for a second, so that did let Vert Kittens actually push the Crystal back a
Got
bit.
stunned.
here we go. Looks like Team Verkins are trying to have a coordination moment here. Tiny Sausage going for the Ninja LB. Unfortunately, unable to get anything off of it.
This makes me want to play like
they're running out of
good,
resources.
a PvP with
Verkins
good people,
have
but
not
I'm
much
not
to
one of
get.
John
them,
going
so
down with the
I
White Mage
just
limit
dragged my
break.
team down.
Yeah.
Tiny about to go down as well. They do have a lot of mana to come back up, though.
Yeah, he doesn't have his Paladin save him this time, so he's just gonna have to run away. Buzzy has Limit Break ready. Usada has Limit Break. Oh, they pursue.
Damn.
They get Tiny Sausage down. Monk LB goes out, unable to get a kill. Buzzy gets punished after using Monk LB and goes down as well.
Limit break is going out. Are they able to get anyone? It does not look like
Not
it.
much, but Big Suck will go
Nope,
down.
but they
And
had
Team
him
Wolfus
too.
will be able to continue to push this crystal.
69.8% here.
Yeah, they have John Dark Souls Paladin Limit Break ready, so that's a good job that can stall. Hollow Ground will at least hold the point for 10 seconds, plus his guard. Here is their Hollow Ground, stalling the point as best as he can, giving his team a chance
Oh, the White Mage limit break going out, but I don't think they actually got anything out of it.
Here we
Oof,
go.
and they got the potion.
5v5, they were able to fully regroup thanks to their Paladin's Limit Break.
Wolfus is heavily in the lead right now, and there's less than a minute.
That's putting it mildly.
Less than a minute in this matchup, and if they are able to continue to execute, they will win.
Yeah. Team Verkins has to start getting kills. They're going, they get iced down, but it's a trade, so it's a 4v4. That's not a big deal right now.
Yeah, that's.
I thought the second death was also
pretty-
from Verkitten.
It's okay.
Nope.
They'll come back. They'll come back. They got.
It's a
Whoa! Look at that damage on NBA.
Oh my God!
Ice
Nine
as
Boop gets
well.
super low, but they
Verkitten
snap.
maybe coming back, maybe a little bit. Yeah, they're able to flip it back around.
USADA trying to stall the point.
Oh, he got hit by the
Oh,
fire.
they're pushing to USADA, but they're going to be able to escape most likely.
Yeah, the event is going off on the map. You see explosions happening everywhere. They do have to dodge it.
Oh, no, they're pursuing USADA. Might get him here. Getting super low. Bart
Could
going
do
in
a
front
limit
of himself.
break if he really wants to escape, but
No, but we're heading into overtime right now. They need someone to stay on point. Mountain Boop holding the point. Dragoon LB coming out right now.
yeah, no, well,
John getting
dodge
super
Valley
low.
Cloud, yeah.
This is it. Verkittens has to keep their players on the point
Dang.
or they will lose this match.
Oh,
Tiny Sausage
It's so
goes
weird
down.
seeing matches go on
3v5
like
situation
this.
here.
It's
If they
I'm
don't
used to
live
people
here,
just
they will lose.
dying
And
really fast.
Wolf is
Oh,
not being able to do
so
anything about it.
close here, guys. They have Mountain on
oh,
the point.
this is looking real
That
bad.
could be
Only Big
it.
Suck
Oh,
left
Big's
on
back.
the point. Looks like Wolfus might win here. Wolfus is going to win.
That's it.
Yep,
Wolfus
they won.
wins the tournament.
They won.
Congratulations.
They played the fan.
Primal Data Center takes it.
There you go, Primal. I
Primal.
want to hear some cheers from you guys.
Yeah. Primal.
That was hype, wasn't that? My goodness, what a grand finals. Can I have both teams in front of their battle stations, please?
What a grand finals.
Both teams in front of their battle
Grand
stations,
finals.
please.
Whoa, what'd I
and
say,
thank
primals?
you. Both teams
No,
in front.
poor Jay.
They're too excited.
All right.
Nice job. I think they won the tournament.
Yo,
that
give
I
it up one
saw
more
too
time
before.
for both of these teams.
And
One more time.
Just is like aggressively dominating.
All right, so Verkittens, Tiny Sausage, how you doing? Once more, how you feeling?
Still shaking. Amazing games played by Wolfuz. Honestly, I could have done a lot better myself, but honestly, I was, my adrenaline's still running. I'm sorry, I'm still thinking, but like,
Yeah.
games were
Stop.
just really fun.
Let
to play.
the man
And
relax
I had
now.
a blast. No matter what the outcome was, it was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pleasure having your team on the stage with us
you so
this
much,
evening.
yeah.
Yeah, it was great. But yes, also, if it's okay, can I have your team go ahead and exit the stage one more time for Verkittens,
Get
everybody?
out of here. Get the heck out of here.
All right, and actually before that, Brian and Frosty, can I have the both of you come up? So, how was that for you both? The adrenaline still running?
Yeah, it's still there. Yeah, 100%.
All
Shaking
right.
a little bit.
So Brian, I'm going to
That
ask
was
you
fun.
first. How did you feel about that?
Went beautifully. Team Wolfus has been dominant, and they showcased that they can win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah,
And
by
Frosty, how you
winning the
feeling?
whole thing.
I'm really
Funny how that
upset
works.
with Wolfus not fixing their portrait. Yeah, not a single. They actually went back and took portraits away.
What if that's the tech, though? What if that's like
That's
a
how they
mindset
won.
thing? You know
The
what I mean?
boring tech?
Until they won.
Maybe, I guess. I don't know. They played wonderfully, and they deserve the win for sure. Verkins also played amazing. We saw them in the match before this, and they did such a great job. Again, they were going against Bogyar. No, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. They went against a really hard team, Bogyarzen again. And so I'm really impressed with how they performed here. We didn't see the fifth match, but we did see 4 total, and I think that these teams definitely were evenly matched.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. But now it's time to ask you both to leave. But before you both
The
go,
heck
I'm
outta
going to
here,
ask
too.
you both for final comments. So let's start with you, Frosty.
Sure. No, thank you guys for letting me do this event. This entire FanFest has been amazing. I hope you guys have all been enjoying it.
Isn't this what
Yeah.
Frosty wanted? He wanted a PvP event to like host
And,
in an official
thank you,
capacity.
you know-
And he did it. What are they saying?
Thank you, Square Enix, for letting me come up and do this. Thank you to my wife, who's at home, probably watching this and watching our child right now. And thank you. I do want to do a couple more little thank yous to the PvP community for letting me come and do this and being okay and working with me,
Being
giving
okay.
me advice and everything throughout this. So a hand to the PvP community overall. And outside of that, I hand to the overall Final Fantasy XIV community, because I've been doing this stuff for like 9 years now, with whether it was races, whether it was Mog Talk, you know, everything that we do with the podcast. And it's all because you guys give me the energy to keep going. I've talked to so many of you throughout the event, and I thank you for coming to me because it gives me the energy to keep going. So thank you guys.
Let's give it up one more time for Frosty, the podcast hero himself. Let's give it up, everybody.
Hero.
One more time for Frosty. And here we are with Brian, the PvP Prince himself. Any last comments before you exit the stage?
Yeah, it's been an honor to be here doing commentary with Frosty. It's been so fun. Hopefully everyone enjoyed my commentary, my play-by-play. Yeah, shout out to all the teams that played, especially the ones in preliminaries, because it took a lot of courage to like come out and do that. And yeah, big congratulations to Team Wolfus. And yeah, super excited, super happy to have done this.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to both ask you guys to leave the stage,
the
but
heck
really,
outta
truly
here.
give these two a big round of applause once again.
We're over time.
Thank you so much, you guys. Truly amazing individuals. Make sure to follow them on all their social medias. Thank you. But yeah. All right. So if it's okay, can I have Wolfus take center stage, please?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
You
I'm
gotta
assuming
stand up and
I'm
stretch
going to
for a
be
sec.
interviewing you for some words. Okay. Awesome. So how are you feeling? How's your team feeling? How's it feel to win?
I think we feel ecstatic. We've been working hard at this ever since our team formed maybe 4 or 5 months ago right now. And it just feels great to have a goal and get there.
Awesome. Thank you so much for those kind words. And you know who else has some words for you? Yoshi P, are you there by any chance?
Congratulations! ちょっとインタビューしてもいい？
Oh, can we interview you guys really quickly?
Yeah, of course.
もちろん。
ターゲッターって誰がやってたんですか？
Who was doing the targeting mostly, like targeter?
What job?
What job were you using? 詩人です。
とにかく、まずターゲットがめちゃくちゃ上手だったっていうのと、
I wanted to comment that your targeting was really great.
あ
And-
と
Okay. What I
あ
miss?
となんといっても、
Oh, Yoshi
ナイ
P.
トがガーディアン吐いた直後に必ず落としに行くっていう意識合わせが素晴らしかった。
And then it was amazing to watch, like whenever the paladin did their guardian, and then you go straight in to kind of take them down. Like that coordination was amazing to watch.
あとはもう複数の敵が
Yeah,
もう
the-
相手がねまとまってるところに対
I
し
like
て
when they do like
まとめて
Dragoon
範囲
LB
ダ
and
メー
then
ジ
they
を入れるって
stun
あたりと
someone.
か本当に
Bam!
とにか
He's
く
gone
全部
down.
壊して
Instantly.
DPS で押し切るぞっていうところは本当に素晴らしかった。
And whenever we see like a cluster of people, you guys try to go in and deal high damage to them. Just that sort of mentality of like go in there full force, give it all the DPS was just amazing to watch.
おめでとうございます。
Thank you. Congratulations again.
Thank you, thank you.
Awesome.
Congratulations indeed. And so with that, we're going to go ahead and ask if we can have the trophies come out here for our champions.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. It's not just money. Don't drop it.
All right.
None of you.
Look at that, everybody.
キャプテン、Who's captain?
Who's the captain of this team? Oh, this guy.
Hey,
Thank you.
what?
Yeah, good job.
Captain. Captain, my captain.
じゃあ
Each
次
get
行
one.
こ
One.
Oh, we all get
う。いや遅い
Come,
よ。
come, come.
Why are they handing them out like this, one by one? Why?
Thank you.
Good,
Why don't they have more people?
DPS.
You get good DPS on you.
Why is only... What is happening? Why? They could have done this better.
Good job, guys.
Congratulations! そう、向き、指紋がさ、
Oh no, your fingerprints. Oh no, oh no.
おめでとうございます。
Alright, congratulations once again.
Woo! Let's give it up one more time for Wolfus, everybody. Woo!
It's actual crystal just
All right,
catching all
but we
the
didn't forget.
grease.
We have one last thing to award
Yes.
you. Yoshi P, if you wouldn't
Yes.
Is
mind.
it a novelty check?
Oh,
はい。
Yeah.
黒じゃダメじゃん。
Oh no, we need a different color.
シルバー。
Can we have a silver pen? Ta-da.
What even is that?
Oh, you got it?
It's like a giant credit card. It's a billboard. Not a billboard,
Ooh.
a sign.
and what's this? He's gonna sign it himself?
Oh,
Is Matsuda-
snap.
We found a blue marker. Is Matsuda-san or Hamada-san back there at all?
Why are we hearing some of the...
It's okay.
Why are we hearing some of the background people? I don't think we should be hearing that.
Ooh.
Backstage people, I mean.
Congratulations!
All right. Raise it up, Wolfus.
Wow.
That is amazing.
think I saw
and if we
Mog
could have
talk
any final words
about
from you,
Frosty
Yoshi P, that would
talking
be
about
fantastic.
じゃあ最後に一言
how he'd
お
love
願
it
い
if
します。
they if they did an official
まあ全
tournament.
試合そのあたりで見てたんです
Look
け
at that.
ど、本当にどの試合もまあギリギリ逆転あり、耐えての勝利あり、そして最後はね、すべてをこう破壊してクリスタルを運んでいくまあ連携、いろんなね、要素が見えて本当に楽しかったです。
So each match, I was actually up there, kind of sitting on the floor watching the matches go on, and each game was just so intense. You had those who pushed to the limits. Some of them we had a turnaround, and then there were some where they were just enduring. And we have Wolfus here going in and destroying everything to carry over that crystal, and just the coordination that y'all had. It was so amazing to watch each match.
待った顔見えるようにちょっと
Come on,
下げていい
let's.
よ。
We want to see your faces too, so. There we go.
いやでも本当に素晴らしい試合ばっかりでしたし、本当に皆さんこれだけのプレーを見せられるだけクリスタルコンフリクトをプレーしてもらってて、それもまたとても
I
嬉しかったで
recognize
す。
those words. Crystal
And
conflict.
each match was amazing, like I
You're
mentioned. And it's just seeing these skilled players just display all of their tactics and their moves and skills on the stage goes to show how much you guys are playing Crystalline Conflict and just how good you are at this. And so thank you so much for a great show also.
改めてノースアメリカのナンバーワンおめでとうございます。
Once again, congratulations. You are the best in North America.
Why is he yelling like that? That's awesome, though.
All
did good.
right, everyone. That is going to wrap it up for us here at the Crystalline Conflict Regional Championships here in Las Vegas.
The next
Thank you
event
so
is
much,
like
everybody.
in
We have
half an
more
hour,
in
right?
store, so we'll see you
It's
soon.
not even worth starting a stream over for that. So I'll just keep it running, even if I'm not here. I'll just have this up. I need to take a break, but... Oh, I should have... And then... I haven't thought about it yet, but I mean, I should work on adjusting everything. Sorry, by adjusting everything I mean cutting up videos, cutting off some unnecessary time, putting in their own separate things for each individual
Good
thing.
evening, Fan Festival.
Good evening.
Yeah. Give me that energy. I need it.
Been
Yeah,
drinking
they've been
Red
on their
Bulls
feet.
backstage.
Oh my
It's the whole
gosh.
thing. Thank you all
Drink
so
some
much for
water,
being
too.
here, everyone on the live stream. We have our final presentation of the day.
Yeah.
Speaking the language of creation. It's going to be a fun one. We have Kate and Koji Fox here, so please help me welcome to the stage Kate Swinar and Michael Christopher Koji Fox.
Yeah. This is about localization, right?
All right, guys. Have a good panel. See you
Yeah.
later. I'm
What?
on this one.
Yeah, you
What?
are.
I
Put
forgot.
your butt in the chair.
Sit in your
Why is it so
chair.
blurry?
Sit, Matt.
Was that
Yes,
someone's
ma'am.
head? Well, Koji survived.
All right. We are ready to get
Survived
started.
getting mobbed, like they said
Okay.
in the first day.
So hello, I am Kate Swinner. I am the English localization lead on FF14.
Yeah.
Woo.
I might as well actually just bring up the slide that says that. Look, visual aids. It's brilliant. Okay.
Yes.
Show it on.
Came prepared.
Show
This is
it on
what
stream.
I told you about how if I have the script in front of me, it's actually worse because I'm like,
Easy.
what am I doing? Okay.
Show the stream, please.
So just a little bit about who
No?
I am.
Not
I
showing us?
actually
Okay.
joined on FF14
All
as a QA tester during the Realm Reborn beta when we were testing that. And then did that through Heaven's Word. I left for a couple years to improve my translation and interpreting skills. And then I came back as a part of the translation team on
That's cool.
4.x.
Oh, that's cool.
Since about like the middle of Shadowbringers, I have taken over Koji's former role as like giant lore nerd on the English side. And I am one of 2 English leads on the project, the other being Paul Chandler. Maybe you'll see him someday, we'll see.
Oh,
Maybe.
He's like more secretive
Yes.
than Kate.
So all that being the case, I do many things. I do a little bit of quest translation, though not as much as I used to. But my first quest translations that I did were the Namazu Beast Tribe quests.
That sounds wacky. Those were
And now
something
that I'm
else.
doing a little bit less of the more prominent translation work, I've also gone back to my roots and started doing more tribal quests. So I've recently done the Omicrons and the Loporits.
Yeah.
These days, as lead, I do a lot of editing on other people's quests. So for instance, recently, like Pandemonium, Mount Rokon. I also, for the main scenario, I primarily do voice recording, script supervision. And then in the background, I am doing all of the lore stuff, which means I'm constantly talking with the Japanese lore team so we can decide what pretty much literally everything in the game is named. You
Cool.
might not notice this stuff so much, but there's a lot of it. Like if you're punching something, be like, you are only one of many. I do not fear you. So up here with me today, we have Koji, who it kind of seems like you know for some reason. But Koji,
Wonder why. Why could that be?
is there anything you want to tell these people about yourself?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of new people. This is their first Fanfest. I've been, talking to a lot of people, and they're like, this is my first Fanfest. I started playing a year ago. So for those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Koji Fox. It all kind of began around here. 1.0, 2.0,
Now we're
3.0,
showing the
4.0.
slides.
Just
Balls,
trying to put in as
balls.
many bad puns as possible.
Succeeded.
Yeah.
Succeeded.
And then around right before 5.0 was released, Yoshi P came to me and was like, I got something for you. I need you to kind of slide over. And I got the opportunity to work on another game. And pretty much nothing's changed.
Yeah. Cock and ball. That was him.
Yes. 10 years. You'd
That
think
was
I would have
him.
grown up. No.
They should have.
I've seen people
never
talking
given him
about
a mature
this.
Title.
No. I mean, that's the thing, the instant that I heard, the first day, Yoshi P is like, oh, and the rating we're aiming for is M. I'm like, okay, I got this. But yeah, I've worked, other than Final Fantasy 14 and 16, I've also worked on Final Fantasy 11 and
also, there is one game that I have to mention every single FanFest. Code Age Commanders, that says COD Age. No, is it Code Age Commanders? Okay, good.
It's okay.
Yes, and so any of the
no
Square
disrespect for
Enix
you, Koji.
producers and directors that are out here today, it's time to do a remake. Code Age Commanders needs to be released. Yes. All right, that's enough for me. I'm giving this back to you, Kate.
Okay, I mean, I also do have to mention that, like, I asked Koji for his dev art of himself so I could put it in this PowerPoint, and he just sent me a picture of a taco, so that's there.
That's the most important. I mean, that's
I guess.
It took so long to get tacos into FF14. We had to celebrate, you know?
That's right. And now we celebrate with 7.0, taking a bite.
Take a bite.
Yes.
So for today's
taco.
panel, I admittedly sort of bit off a bit more than I could chew. I thought, oh, I want to tell the fans this, and it seems like they don't know this, and also this, and we should do an activity. Oh, and they want to ask
my gosh.
questions. So we have a lot of things to go through.
In 1
we
hour?
may go very fast. I hope that you will enjoy one of the things you hear at least. And at the end, yes, I will do some answers to questions we collected on the forums if we have time. If we end up not having time, we will post those answers on the Lodestone later, so like don't freak out. Thank you. All right. Okay. So first I wanted to talk about translating the main scenario of
Walker?
6.0.
Yeah.
As those of you who listened to Yoshi P's presentation about 6.0 before we released it may be aware, the main scenario was much larger than in previous
Oh yeah,
expansions.
it was huge.
So how large? It turns out that after we translated it, it was about 244,000 words.
Whoa.
Which, if you want an easy comparison, that's a bit more than Crime and Punishment. I don't know. I feel like Dostoevsky should get on Ishikawa-san's level. And that is a daunting task. Like, I know from your perspective, it takes us a long time to release an expansion. But from our perspective, we have to translate all of this in a very short period of time. About half of this text was part of the voice script, so we also had to prepare it for voice recording and record it much earlier than the rest of the stuff was translated, because we have a lot of other teams that are working with us, right? We have to have it ready so that cutscene team and sound team and QA, who are somewhere in this audience, I think,
There they are.
can do their thing.
Well, I wasn't
So it ends up
expecting
being
QA
when
team
we
cheering.
translate the voice script, which is mostly what I will just talk about today because otherwise we'll be here till we die. When we translate the voice script, it usually takes about 3 months for an expansion. That's about the amount of time we have to prepare all of that. In Endwalker, we did end up taking a little bit over 4, maybe 4.5, because whoa, that was big.
How long did it take Dostoevsky to write Crime and Punishment?
I don't know.
Probably more than 4 months.
Probably more, yeah.
Yeah, well.
We win.
Well, Ishikawa-san had to write it first. Like, how was she alive? Yeah, one thing I noticed is a lot of people seem to be under the impression that either Koji or now I do all of the main scenario translation by ourselves. And I'm here to tell you, if we did that, we would be dead.
Yes.
With Endwalker, we also
Just,
had a
like,
little
lead
bit of
them,
added
right?
pressure. Of course, we always want to do the best that we can with translation to make you guys, to communicate the story to you guys and give you guys the best experience possible. But with Endwalker, of course, it was this conclusion to this epic tale.
Yeah, no pressure.
And we were freaking out. Like, all of the devs were like, okay, this has to be perfect, this has to be perfect. So we also had this extra consideration of we cannot let there be any quality issues here. We cannot let there be any translation issues that will affect your overall understanding of the story. And furthermore, you know, I'm talking a lot about main scenario, but we always have to be aware that there is other text in the game. In fact, the main scenario is about, like, at best, like maybe 1/3 of the amount of text in an expansion.
Items,
if you forget that,
NPC dialogue.
you will end up in a Thal's Balls situation.
What?
Koji, would you like to tell us about what you did?
About what I did? What? Okay. So, yeah. When you create a game, you have to submit it to the ESRB, ratings.
Oh.
0, you have to release it to Peggy in Europe. And you have to do, they want you to submit this very, very early. But our translation schedule usually happens where it's like we're translating right up to the end, which means when it comes to, OK, now you have to submit this to get your rating, the text is not done. But the ESRB needs to see something. So we need to put something in there. And so what do? I just made all the text stalls balls and hoped that the ESRB wouldn't notice.
Oh my god.
And we got our rating. T for teen.
We did. That was when I was in QA and I was part of the ratings team, and I saw, like, we saw this and it was like, still not the weirdest thing I've seen here. It worked out, but this kind of thing does semi-frequently happen because as much as we try, we do spend a lot of effort on the main scenario, and then we always end up rushing somehow. There was an interesting time in Shadowbringers when we had to submit for Peggy, but the main scenario had not been written until very close to the deadline. So we ended up translating it. I translated, like, I don't want to know how much. We translated a large amount in about 3 days.
Oh my gosh.
Basically by just spewing the first thing that came into our minds into the text box. And that is how we all got the player dialogue option of might die, but Like, I wrote that, like, stream of consciousness, and then I was going back through later to edit it and, you know, make everything actually make sense. And I was like, no, you know what? Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
This works.
So, we do have a question here that is sort of related, and I tried to weave in a few player questions so we could at least get to a few of them. So this is related to basically the volume of text that we handle in some ways. So one player asked, I've noticed that some of the more stylized English localization choices, like some of our very old speak sort of you must needs type of stuff, have been sort of trimmed down and made a little bit more accessible.
Yeah.
And I think that was a choice that came about around Stormblood, Koji?
Yeah, it was kind of like, you know, we had big aspirations when we first started out, and we wanted to make it something that was very language heavy. We wanted to just go all out. We wanted to do something different that no other MMOs are wanting to do. And I mean, you know, now that I look back at it, maybe we kind of went just a little bit overboard on some of those, especially Limsa Lominsa, pirate speak.
Gosh.
And also Urianje.
So hard to read. Yeah.
But the thing is, back then, again, there was less text. And so, you know, a character, Urianje, back in the 1.x times, it's just this crazy guy, you know, wearing a placard saying, the end is nigh. And it's like, OK, he's not going to have many lines. He's going to be gone. Yeah, we can go all out on this guy. Yeah, sure, we're going to go super, you know, difficult language, thinking that he's literally going to be gone at the end of 1.x. And lo, Urianje is now all over the fucking place.
Look at him now in the trailer holding a pineapple.
I know. Did anyone expect that? It was like, meteor is coming, the world is ending. Pineapple, yay. So, but the thing is that as we get more and more Urianje quests, we kind of realize that there's no way that we can sustain this because, again, we want to put our all into it. We want to make it perfect, but there's just so much of it, and there's so much other text as well that we had to figure out, OK, what are we going to do? We want to keep that essence of Urianje, but we want to be able to actually go home and sleep at night. So we decided to, again, kind of switch things to make them a little bit more accessible. I think there's still a lot of the original Urianje there. But
I mean, yeah, I mean, he himself, it's fine. I mean, it's not fine sometimes when it's like 11 p.m. and I have to think about Elizabethan English. But, no, he himself is fine. It's just if everyone talks like that, we have sort of a concern that you're going to get tired reading it.
That's
Writing it certainly takes longer. It's less efficient. And it's a bit harder to quality check as well. So we kind of did that to streamline the process so we could sustain the quality going forward. And also an additional note from my time in QA, I distinctly remember, since you mentioned Limsa, I distinctly remember I had that 14 Nom Nom comic where like the Lalafell is talking to Bedarin and he's talking in like weird pirate speak and she goes, are you having a stroke? Like, I had that pinned to my desk for at least a year.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about what the translation process actually entails. I'm not sure we've ever talked about this before. We sometimes talk about little bits and pieces, like I did with Ishikawa-san's panel yesterday. But I wanted to talk a little bit about how the process works and how we get through all of it in this amount of time and how we try our very best to keep everything high quality so you guys can enjoy it. So first, at the beginning of an expansion, we have to decide who is doing what. And our team is actually bigger than you probably expect. So as I mentioned, we have 2 leads. We also have maybe 2 editors, except we had one in Endwalker.
Does she not know?
Because Koji stole Morgan for his little side project called FF16.
I'm sorry.
Thanks a lot. Everything bad that happens to me is your fault.
Oh, I just noticed Koji's
we
shirt.
also have a
That's
team
really
of
cool.
core translators that have been on the game for a really long time, like think the entire time. And we do have some newer folks that we've then brought in to train up to do that. And then during expansions, we often borrow other translators from the company who know what they're doing as translators, but are maybe not as familiar with literally 10 years worth of 14 lore.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about translating the scenario, we usually rely on our core translators. Because as you will see, the leads are doing a lot of other stuff other than main scenario. So it actually is not us that is translating a lot of the main scenario. And I think it was largely like that in your time as well.
Yeah, again, it's with each expansion, you decide who's going to do what, and you try to follow that. And there's always going to have to be people coming in to help, but you can't expect them to know all of that knowledge. And so it falls on the leads and the people that have been there the longest to basically check that stuff that comes in and make sure everything is at that straight line. So it's a lot more work for the leads.
Yes, yes it is. So yeah, all right. So once we've decided who's doing
I feel
what,
like that's a
we're going
biased
to read
take,
the plot
given that
summaries
they're
that the
both
dev team
leads.
kindly provides to us. They are usually quite long. Like those in themselves are kind of a novel, and I'm just, how does everyone on this project not have horrible tendinitis? So once we get those, we then all come together as a team, not just the English team, but the other localization teams for French and German, to discuss these plots. And we try to pull out things that we particularly want to focus on, we're particularly worried about. We discuss things like, what are we going to call stuff? So some of the things we were really focused on in Endwalker were like, for instance, of course, this is the end of the Heidelin and Zodiac plot. So we really wanted to make sure that the story we were telling was accurate to how the devs wanted this story to end. So this means that we did end up with a lot of questions for Ishikawa-san about, like, how do you want Heidelin to be portrayed? You know, we've had this shocking reveal in a previous patch that she's sort of a primal. And now we have Zodiac showing up, so we wanted to know exactly how she should come across to the player. That sort of thing is something we will then take up and present to the devs in like a huge pile of questions that they then have to sort through. And then we will talk about things like voice casting. Like obviously in 6.0, a big thing was Thavnair. Like, how are we going to portray this? Can we get the right actors? Who are from the right backgrounds, because obviously we don't want to have a Simpsons Apu situation when we're trying to portray someone speaking with an accent. And another one that came up was, of course, the Hermes Amon Fandaniel conundrum. This was very important to talk about in advance because literally trying to explain this to a voice actor, like imagine this for a minute. Be like, first you were a guy like a million billion years ago, but not a normal human, like a super special human with super special depression.
Super special depression.
That's the official term.
Yes. And then in this next scene, you're like a guy who was like actually some Asian guy,
Hermes
but then
and
he got
his
body
super
snatched,
special
and now
depression.
he's sort of an immortal guy who's trying to end the world. Don't worry about it. Be wacky. It's great. And then you have this other third guy who's like wearing a very fancy hat and like neck ruff. And you just look at that and I guess try to figure out what to do with it. It was complicated. So first we tried to all discuss it and figure out what's going on so we can then correctly portray that when we're explaining it to the voice actors. And finally, this is when we decide what kind of terminology we're using. So this is when we decided, okay, it's going to be the beasts of the final days because that's the theme the devs really want to play on. But for the really big ones, the first one that shows up in every area and freaks everyone out, this is when we decided to call it blasphemies because they first appear in Razet Han. And the Hanish have this sort of concept of, okay, this is some very corrupt version of our divinities. So we've called them blasphemies, and then that catches on everywhere, and then we have a consistent term that hopefully you were able to follow. I know it does get a little bit confusing.
Not that
Woo,
confusing.
confusion!
Why'd someone woo at that?
So then we get on to the proper translation bit, and this is the part that people tend to ask us about, right?
Yeah.
People always want to know, like, what is your translation philosophy? I think there is sort of an idea that we are sitting there and sort of ruminating at length, which we sometimes do, though, I mean, due to the volume, we can't always spend as much time as you're probably imagining. We are not, despite the common perception, we are not just sitting there all day like, what's a pun that I could do?
You sure?
No, those puns just come out. Like, if you see a pun, that was some person's first thought. So like, it is a mess up here. But on the more serious subject of the main scenario voice script, which is, again, the most prominent and important stuff in the game, I try to think about translation as something where you are looking at the text in multiple levels. And so the important part is not necessarily the words, I mean it is, but you're also thinking about how the words have a function within the text.
Yeah.
Right? No word just exists in a vacuum. There's a way
like
we tend to use it as part of our culture.
Yesterday.
There's a way it's functioning in the scene to create
phrase
things like
Luis
imagery.
used.
And it's creating, when you put all the words together, they are creating an emotional experience. And you have to understand what that experience is going to be for the Japanese audience and what it's meant to be before you can even start to think about how would this be communicated in English. I mean, often people think the translation is more a process of you just have this sentence full of words and you take one at a time and you replace them with the closest thing you can find. But that's really not the case, because if you were to do that, you would lose all these other levels. You would lose, you know, their actual meaning in terms of how they're functioning in the overall work. So when we look at these things, we want to be looking at, this is where this entire expansion is going to take us. And then we're going to translate accordingly. Of course, when you have this many levels of things, like you have your words, you have your imagery, you have your scenes, you have your character arcs, and then you have your overall story arcs, and then you have your like tiny little nuances, there is always something that is going to be different between languages. And you have to, and I know that can be a little bit difficult to accept, like, oh, I'm never going to experience this the same way as the Japanese audience. But on the other hand, you're never going to experience it the same way as the person sitting next to you, right?
And you're getting to experience it all, which is the important thing, thanks to their work.
Experiencing. And so, yeah, in that case, you sort of have to decide for yourself like what your balance is going to be.
Why is he sitting
and I
there
try
with
to pick
them?
out, these are the most important things. These are the things we cannot
he's going to be there
afford
for
to
the
lose
activity they're going to do.
in this story,
Okay,
in this
that makes
scene, and
sense.
in terms of what language is being used in the Japanese. And then from there, I sort of build out into something that I think will give you the same emotional experience that the Japanese audience is having.
Right, just trying to aim
So
for
if I'm crying
the closest
while I'm translating, which is a frequent occurrence, I want to make sure
you cry
that
too.
the end product will also make you cry. Yeah, I mean, based on the signing session I did with Ishikawa-san, I think we were successful. Everyone was like, I cried. And I'm like, me too, yeah.
How did Ishikawa
So
do
yeah,
it?
but of course, you know, a lot of this is personal interpretation, and that is just a fact of what translation is. You are always going to be subject to the interpretation of the person that's translating it, because there is no other way to do it.
Yeah.
However, that doesn't mean like I just want this all to be my own interpretation 100%, right?
Yep.
Which is why we all discuss it as a team. We try to find something that
Common
is
ground.
close enough to how the Japanese audience is going to be experiencing it from all of our perspectives, so that we can kind of have an even and consistent experience that we can translate to you. And during that process, a lot of what we do is asking questions to the devs. We are very fortunate on this project. Most translators do not get this kind of access to the person writing their original stuff that they're translating. So we do just spend a lot of time going back and forth with the devs, sometimes asking like weirdly detailed questions. And I do think I asked about that Heidelin thing like 4 different times. Like, how do you want Heidelin to come off here? How do you want Heidelin to come off here? And sometimes I feel like they're probably thinking like, what are they talking about? Like, why are they even confused about this point? And it's not necessarily that we're confused, it's that we really want to get to the heart of what they're trying to say so that we can then share that with you. So I'll just briefly go over the rest of the steps. So, you know, once you've found your balance, you've come up with something that you think will communicate what is trying to be said in the writer's heart, right? Then we get to the point where we're trying to ensure consistency because, again, these are very big stories and we cannot have one person translating the entire thing. That would be nice for consistency, but we cannot do it. So once we're done with our own sections, we will self-check. We will make sure that the lines, of course, fit the time sinks of the cutscenes because otherwise we'll be in a whole big problem. We want to make sure it fits the motion so nothing looks too out of place, and that it sounds good so that when we take it to record, it will sound fine and not totally like, I just wrote this and no one ever speaks like this, but now it's being spoken aloud and it's really noticeable.
Weird. Yeah.
And then we'll have another translator cross-check it against the Japanese to make sure everything is accurate and everything is working. And then we will have an editor come in and edit it. And that person usually does not look so much at the Japanese. They read it through as a player would and try to understand, like, this is the experience we're getting from it. Is anything super confusing? Does anything sound terrible? And they usually, like, punch up the wording a bit. Or a lot, in some cases.
In some cases.
Our editors are very, very good. For instance, I know Ishikawa-san mentioned the Tales from the Shadows, Ere Our Curtain Falls yesterday. And M itself's soliloquy at the end there that is all in iambic pentameter. I wrote it a little bit poetically to begin with, and then I gave it to our editor, and I was like, can you make this into iambic pentameter? And he did.
Wow.
So that's the level they are on.
Wow. So just like, okay, sure.
So Morgan Rushton and John Crow, everybody.
Yes.
And of course, throughout this whole process, which looks something like this, each color is a different person. So we have it broken up into different translators, cross-checkers, and editors. And throughout this whole process, the Japanese team is also doing something similar. So they are checking. It's like they will write it, and then, for instance, the lore team will check it, and then maybe Ishikawa-san, of course, in 6.0, she was the one writing, but another writer will check it, and then Yoshi P will check it. So these checks are going on as we are translating, and so every day is just terror about when the revisions are going to come in, and we're going to have to redo everything we've done thus far.
Yes. And that happens.
Yeah.
Pretty much every time.
Yes.
You'll get, okay, yeah, this is done. Here you go, translators, it's ready to go.
Do
It's
it again.
100% finished. And we're like, is it 100% finished? Like, it's not going to change. Okay, and we translate. 2 weeks later,
again.
okay, Yoshi P did his check, and we've rewritten the whole thing. Start again. But it's always better for that.
It is. Like, you can't complain about it too much because we do the same thing. And it does get better.
It does get better.
It's just...
Yeah.
They understand each other.
And then just to wrap up the voice recording process, we will then prepare scripts and reference materials for the studio. We'll talk to our director. We will attend recordings to make sure that everything is accurate to the script and sometimes to rewrite lines if it turns out they don't actually fit the timings despite our best efforts. I did rewrite several bits of Heidelin's last monologue in the studio because that entire thing had to be specifically timed. And it was really hard to come up with something that the voice actor could say naturally and fit the timing. So I rewrote a lot of that in the studio. And then we will...
It's good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was really good. A lot of hard work there.
And then once we get everything back from the studio, we will check every single audio file to make sure there's nothing, like there's no like horrible scratching sound in the middle or something like that. And then we will check everything in the cutscene to make sure it all looks natural. And if it doesn't, we will ask the cutscene team, hey, look, the English is coming off really weird here. Can you please tweak this animation so that it works better for all languages? And that is another thing, yet another thing that we do with French and German team. And we will often compare our audio, which is really quite fun. It's very different between languages, but because of just how differently you would portray like a character in different languages, archetype-wise. But it's really nice. Like it's really nice to do that, and you know everyone's running to each other like, listen to this really cool line that I got.
And of course, there's also, again, it's not here, but there's also the conundrum of the dragon language that we have.
Oh, no, yeah.
And
Conundrum.
so yeah,
I figured that would be some of the
in
easiest.
each language. There's only one source, and we do that in the English.
Yes.
And the English voice actor will do the draconian lines, and then they're used in all the languages. Of course, because it is a crazy language that no one in the world speaks, to get voice actors to be able to do that, we need a guide. And so a lot of times it's, yeah, I have to do a voice recording of...
Literally only Koji understands dragon language. Like we do.
And so whether I'm on 14, even after 14, and I had kind of shifted over to 16, and I'm still looking at 14 stuff, but I'm doing a lot of 16 stuff. It's like, we have a bunch of dragon lines this patch. Can you do those? And so I'll do them, and then they're like, yeah, this is nice translation, but we're going to need like a voice sample as well.
Well, because that's the hardest part, right? Like we did have someone who learned the dragon grammar, and like I can kind of work it out. But what you need is like, have you seen how many H's and stuff are in that? Like, so basically we have to call Koji so he can come in and like get a little voice recorder and be like, awesomeness.
I do. So we have like our, our floor, and you got all the devs, and then I go into a one of those meeting rooms that they have on the sides, and then it's just for like 2 hours. I'm like, and like every now and then you're gonna see like a dev walk by, and they'll kind of stop and like look in the blinds. It's like, what's going on in there? And then they take all of those audio files and then take them to the professional voice actors and like, okay, listen to this.
Yeah, you give it to the voice actors and they're like, excuse me?
And then they'll take, was that good? I was perfect.
And then we get them back, and this kind of happened with a recent patch, and Ishikawa-san was like, does this sound weird? Like, does the processing on this sound weird? Is the pacing weird? And we're like, is it? So then we had to call Koji again and be like,
this is perfect.
Yeah.
The dragon speak. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, there's a lot of different things that goes into making it, especially the voice part of the main scenario. But once we're done with all that,
something happens
we
to
can rest a little bit.
Koji.
No, we can't. What the heck are you
We're
talking
gonna lose
about?
dragon voices.
There's still half the script to finish. We have to do the unvoiced script after we've done the voice script, and then all the rest of the text in the game. So as you can see, I guess my main point here, though, is that it takes a lot of people to get this done. Like, even when Koji is not technically on the project, he's helping out. You saw my chart of like how many people are involved in just doing the translation. It is a big team effort, and we are all working very hard to get it done properly.
Thank you.
Thank you. So now I'm just going to talk a little bit about the other large, massive half of my job, which is doing the lore stuff. And to kick us off, I really wanted to ask, so all of the scenario team contributes to the lore in their way, right? There are a select few people who are part of the world lore team. And those folks are the main people in charge of like figuring out, okay, what is our linguistic theme for this area? How are we going to handle this and that? What are the names going to be? But of course, in the process of writing the main scenario, the lore tends to change, get adjusted, and refined. So it's really all of the writers that are working together come up with it. But I thought I would ask Oda-san, who is the guy who is in charge of remembering all of this somehow, how they get started creating the lore for each area. So this is what he had to say. So they always start with a core concept.
Okay.
And from that, then you can build out like the rest of your stuff. And these core concepts always balance real-life influence with fantasy. That's kind of the FF14 style. So, for instance, in the case of Garlemald, the theme was mechanized Roman Empire. That's why you see a lot of Latin, and of course, because they're an empire, they tend a little bit towards the like grim, and you know they have all of these machina that we have to name. But also an interesting point that we added more recently is because we've decided, you know, Garlemald is this like really, really snowy place. He thought it would make sense to have some Russian culinary influences, and that's how you get some of those nice eating scenes in 6.0. Yes. And the most important considerations when they're designing the lore is how to make these influences fit into the world of 14. Like Oda-san wanted to emphasize that it's really important that what we're trying to do is we're not trying to recreate reality. We are trying to imagine a world with perhaps similar locations, but still fitting the history of FF14. But you know, at the same time, when we do draw on real-life cultures and languages, we want to develop an understanding and a respect for those cultures, and we want to try to demonstrate that the best we can. Yeah. And this is a real point of focus for 7.0. I can't say much about it, but I will say that is something the team is very aware of. They're aware that we have not always made our goal of demonstrating the proper respect for cultures in the past as a game and as a franchise, and we are really working on it.
Yeah, people are worried about the New World stuff.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to go over some like nitty-gritty details really fast so that we'll still have time for other stuff. So I wanted to give an example of how we use names in different locations to sort of build out this lore and this core concept of each area. So first I wanted to take a look at Thavnir. As you know, Thavnir is a multicultural society. We have the Arkasodara, we have the Ora, and we have the Hurs. Who both settled in the area, but they all made peace with each other. So now it's this very like nice concept of a world where, like a country where everyone has come together, and while still maintaining their diverse heritages, they all work together and have created a unified nation. So to show that, we wanted to maintain different linguistic influence as well, to show that, no, those cultures are still there. Even though Thavnir is a melting pot, it wasn't that one culture overwrote all the others. They've really all come together to create this society. So that's how you get some names that are based on Ottoman Turkish, because one of our key inspirations for this area was sort of the time of the Ottoman Empire, which had a lot of linguistic mixing between like Turkish and Arabic, a lot of different cultures coming together. So that's why some of these names, and particularly the names related to the societies that came later than the Arkasodara, those are more Ottoman Turkish themed. They're not directly from Ottoman Turkish, but that was an influence. And then we have these names that are directly Sanskrit. And as in the real world, the Sanskrit names are still used in the religion of the area. So this was sort of a traditional language of the Arkasodara, and I imagine they still speak a version of it today, but this old version is still used for religious terms. And actually, Khadga, I can't pronounce it. I'm extremely white. I'm sorry. You just have to own that at some point. But yeah, that also has a religious meaning in the Thavnirian context, but you'll have to check the lore book to see what it is, because I'm not telling you. And of course, Thavnir is a society that has had a lot of trade, and they've had a lot of people coming through, so they all speak the common tongue. So they're very comfortable mixing their own more heritage languages with the common tongue, which is AKA English. And this also fit in with the legacy names we were using from FF11.
I'm back.
Which is a concern always. So then I took them
I don't know
and
how
I
to
came up
stop
with
that.
these word parts that you can always use to create names that will sound sort of Hannish. But I got a little carried away because this was my first time doing NPC names, so I gave every single one of them a meaning. I was looking up some, naming stuff about Turkish names, and I thought it was really cool how some of them have more poetic meanings. So I came up with names for everybody with meanings, and that's
Is
what
that
those
why
are.
Matsuya is
On the other
fish?
side, the devs came up with the idea for the Arkasodra, who have much simpler names, and this is.
Oh,
Like-
Matsuya is fish.
Fish.
On the nose for Matsuya, let me
Fish.
tell you. So like many cultures in real life, the Arkasodra are drawing from what is important to them when they create their own names, and these are like important things from the world around them. And one thing I thought that was cool about this in the 14 context is you get personal names like Xiroda, probably pronouncing that wrong, but it's also a location name, and it's a person's name. So it's really showing the fact that the Arkasodra have been in this land for a long time, and this is
Right.
their home. And of course, in English, we also try to express this a bit through varied accents. Because this is a fantasy world, we really wanted to imagine a place where even if you're speaking English, you're not beholden to like what people think the correct pronunciation is. Like this is an issue in Britain, this is an issue in America. If you have what's considered to be a non-standard pronunciation, you're often judged for that. But that is not the case in Thavnair. We do have a variety of what you might call accents in Thavnair, but to the Hannish, the way that they all speak is the correct way to speak the common tongue. There is no one better way to speak it.
Interesting.
So, yeah, that's that one.
That's nice.
A slightly more complicated example where we were doing something completely different would be Elpis, which I'm told you guys all liked.
Free.
And these ones are, of course, in ancient Greek.
All
But
great.
they are made up. Usually when I use ancient Greek, I try to stick to like attested words and phrases. But in this case, Elpis is a place of creation. It's a place where the ancients probably wanted to get a little poetic. And in the depths of imagining, the ancients are also interested in this sort of like drama, sort of theatrical stuff from,
it's so
like, as you
fit
might
right
imagine,
in.
from ancient Greece. So a lot of these names are more poetic. I'm going to just show you them. They're really complicated.
Those Ellipticals,
But yeah, like
Boreas,
one idea that
characters.
we'll call her
North Wind
S-san
Boreas.
from the scenario team came up with. She requested to be a spy today.
Okay.
Yes. But the idea that she came up with is that each of Elpis's like 4 main regions would be themed after a wind, but also after something from theater. Like a different theatrical, emotional experience. And she used these Japanese concepts for that, which I then translated into ancient Greek. So these are all Homeric epithets expressing different emotional theater-going experiences.
Oh.
And I didn't think any of you would get that, but I hoped it would at least sound fancy and like, ooh, the ancients were like really on top of their stuff.
Good
What's
idea.
Katis's Hyperborea then? Hyperborea, I guess, strong winds or something?
Of course, there are also some more normal names
What's
because we
Katis's?
always give you something so that you don't get totally lost. But of course, Elpis was not the only place that had Greek. Charlian also has Greek.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I just, why did you do that to me?
That,
Do you know
that
how
was-
much Greek I know now?
I mean, you could think of it as a kind of growing experience. I planted the seed that grew into. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. Again, it was one of those things where it's just like, oh yeah, Ishgard. We have this little place. Yeah, Charlian. Some goblins are living there now. It'd be fun to use ancient Greek. Yeah, we're never going to use this again. You're starting to see a theme here, aren't you?
It'll show.
All of my decisions are now.
Your
My problem. My
I'm
problem.
going to sit kind of over here. So.
I'll protect you.
So when we decided to go to Old Charlian, I thought I needed to make this distinct from Elpis in some way, right? So just a little bit of an example here is the Charlians are some way more casual about their Greek use. Like in Elpis, it's all very, like if a name has ancient Greek in it, it is fully ancient Greek. Like that is what's happening because that
Yeah.
was their language. Charlian are more scholars, right? So they are sort of very
Studious.
into Greek, but it's not necessarily
It's a more
their
academic
native way of
sense.
speaking. And much like in the real world, they have developed a sort of Roman-style, Latin-style alphabet by which to express this, but they're not always super consistent about it. Like if you look at some of the spellings in Labyrinthos, sometimes there's a C, sometimes there's a K, and I'm 100% sure that the scholars who came up with those respective names are still fighting to this day about how things should be spelled.
Good way to cover your ass on that one.
Hey, it was totally on purpose. Do you know how hard it was to come up with this idea? Okay. So let's move on a little bit to our activity. Because obviously when you talk about the world lore, it's not just places, it's not just people, it's every single thing you get, like the items, and of course, the fish. So we're going to skip over these little facts. Okay, no, I'll do the fun facts. I'll do the fun facts. Really, really fast.
Really fast.
Really fast. Okay, places. Places. Mare Lamentorum, all the names came from Garleans observing it, so that's why they are Latin and depressing. Bestway's Burrow is all the names were come up with by the Loporrit, so they're a little confused, but they got the spirit. If you'd like to know more about the big cheese, check out the lore book again. Ultima Thule, of course, from all the names there, you will get some mad despair vibes. But there's also some interesting stuff. So like the Omicron unit names were designed to resemble astronomical catalogs in real life. I don't know if anyone picked up on that, but I thought it was cool.
It's been a while since I've been there, so I don't know.
Consequence of, like I said, usually we try to talk to not just English, but German and French. But we were in a bit of a rush producing more dragon names for Ultima Thule. And this was, again, Koji's fault. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
We asked him to give us more dragon names. He did not check those with German and French. I didn't realize he didn't check them with German and French, so it's half my bad. And then we end up with a dragon whose name means cabbage in German.
Olale.
I mean, cabbage is good.
Yeah, like, I mean, he's in there now. We're not changing it. Like, sorry, Germany, but also you're welcome.
Danke.
Okay, now I will move on. So our activity today is fish related. So I thought I would ask my partner in fish crime, who actually comes up with all the background lore. I get a lot of compliments on the fish text, and like, thank you. I do work really hard on rendering it into English, but a lot of the like real weirdness in there comes from the Japanese. So big thank you to S-san as well. So I asked her for a few little bits of info about how we come up with the fish lore. So first, we do get the fish themselves from the non-combat content team. There are some folks over there who just like know all the fish, which is good because there's like millions of fish, and I certainly can't remember what fish we've used already. She will then name the fish, and I name the fish, and then she will write the descriptions. And they often use real-world fish facts. So we had a question about when do you use real-world fish facts versus when do you use fantasy fish facts. And usually if it's a fish that's showing up for the first time, you'll get your real-world facts because the lore team really wants to sort of give us a point of connection between the real world and our fantasy world so that you can be more and more immersed in the game by having these sort of like realistic touches. And also, because we're learning about these fish, we also want you to learn about these fish. That's the case with a lot of lore in the game, I think. Like if we're researching something culturally, it's like, that's really cool and I want people to know about it, and I'm kind of hoping they'll like Google this afterwards. So that happens frequently. But for fantastical fish, usually the case is either A, we don't have any more fish facts. Reality does not have this many fish facts. I'm sorry, we're just going to have to make something up. Or we do really want to communicate some extra lore about a place or something else, but we couldn't fit it anywhere else. So the fish seemed like an opportune area. And S-san told me that often when she's writing so many fish descriptions, because you know there are many, many fish per patch, and especially in an expansion, you can have like 200 fish. And she says, so she's often just spending like 2 weeks at a time just writing fish and weeping. And she will often go get sushi for lunch and eat it while thinking, yeah, that's right. I got you. And at the bottom, you can see some of S-san's favorite fish here. I highly agree with the Greater Serpent of Ronka.
Oh no, wait.
And I also agree with all the fish in Ultimate Thule.
I forgot
like,
that happens.
Rule. Like they're so weird.
I had myself.
Okay, activity.
The whole thing breaks.
Activity.
Okay,
oh, it's a good moment
we are going to describe a
reboot that
fish.
BRB.
This is what happened last time.
So yeah, for those of you remember the last Physical Fan Fest, we decided to just make a fish here up on stage, and this is what happened. We kind of went overboard, but we're gonna do that again, and I think we're gonna go overboard again, aren't we?
There's no board but overboard. Oh,
Yes.
except for larboard and starboard.
Let's not talk about larboard and starboard.
Okay, wait, let me
but
see
we're
what it
up on
was.
stage,
Because I
too.
didn't know about that.
This is what happened last
The
time.
vegetarian.
yeah,
They made
for those
this
of you remember
in
the
last
last
Fan
Physical Fan
Fest?
Fest, we decided to just make a fish here up on stage, and this is what happened. We kind of went overboard, but we're gonna do that again, and I think we're gonna go overboard again, aren't we?
There's no board but overboard. Oh, except
Yes.
for larboard and starboard.
Let's not talk about larboard and starboard. Overboard today.
Okay.
He still doesn't know
I got
why
a few
he's
facts
there.
from the team. First of all, we had the non-combat content team give us a fish to work on, and then I asked Oda-san for some facts. So, our fish today lives in a lake high up in the mountainous Urkopacha, which we introduced yesterday in the keynote.
Right.
Legend has it that these lakes in this area were once part of the sea, and perhaps up high in the mountains, yes. And at that time, that being the case, they are very salty.
Salty fish?
Salty lakes.
Salty
This fish
fish.
may also be salty.
Well,
I
if
don't
it's
know.
a salty lake, it has to be a salty fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It looks like this. It's this guy. It's
Oh
this guy.
my gosh, it's such a silly little guy.
The dev team has been waiting to implement
Such
this
a
fish for
goofy
ages.
little guy.
They wanted to put it in a previous patch, but they weren't able to, and so they were like, what about this fish? And I was like, I love it. Let's do it.
Such a goofy
So
little
we're going to
guy,
ask
my
you guys
goodness.
to come up with some ideas. I'm going to ask a few questions. We're going to have maybe 2 people answer each question. Then we're going to have you, after each question, cheer for which answer you like better.
Oh my
And
god.
then we will put together our little fish facts, and I will write it all into a text and post it on the lodestone later. Yeah.
All right, so lots of pressure, guys.
Lots of pressure.
No pressure.
All
Here we go.
right, go.
What is the first question?
No pressure, lots of
What is
pressure.
the strangest fact
Make
about
up your
this
mind,
fish?
Koji.
Okay, so do we have people out with mics?
What?
We got a couple people out with mics.
Operate.
So if you want to have a great answer to this, just raise your hand. One of our guys will grab you. You say what you want, and then we'll vote on it later. Let's do it. So first off, what's the strangest fact about it?
I see Tony over there.
All right, Tony.
Oh no, what are we gonna
The
hear?
strangest fact is that it probably has feet.
It has feet.
What?
Probably. You just can't see them, but it probably has feet. Okay, so number one,
Could add feet.
it probably
They
has
specifically
feet.
told me they would.
All right, and now a second.
Specifically
Second
told
idea.
her.
Do we have somebody?
I think yes, we do, somewhere.
It can only swim in the left direction.
It can only swim in the left direction.
It can only swim in the left direction.
Oh my God.
I told you, we're not talking about larboard. Okay, yes, we are.
Larboard, you say? Okay, so we have 2 options for this fact.
We want you to cheer for A or B. A is?
A is has feet, probably.
Larboard
And B?
fish.
B, it can only swim in the left direction.
I can only swim left.
A it is! A! Okay, B it is. It can only
All
swim in the
right.
left. What's the
This is
next
a
question?
left swimming fish. I am going to write larboard. Like, don't test me. Okay, next up. So what would a local person say about it?
Hands up.
And I want to review a little bit of facts from the keynote. We know that in Urkopacha, we have a very small race, the Pelu Pelu, who are very into trading and making beverages and riding alpacas. And we also have a gigantic race that we don't really know anything about, but once ruled the area, though no longer. So those are your options for your local people that might say something about this fish.
Okay. First up.
It tastes like peanut butter.
All right, I feel like that is a Pelu Pelu advertisement.
Yes. Option A, it tastes like peanut butter. Option B, what do you got next?
Peanut butter fish.
I was going to say they believe it's the top of its food chain.
I mean, that is an apex predator.
Okay, I don't know when it reconnected, so I'll just play it again and go faster again. Oh, right, I forgot. For some reason, when I'm live,
I was
it's
going
more
to
likely to
say
disconnect, so I'll
they
just
believe
leave it
it's
like
the top
this.
of its food chain.
I mean, that is an apex predator. Look at it.
So we're a little behind.
And so what you're saying is if it's
live,
at the
but
top,
it's okay.
that it means it eats Lalafels. All right, we have a tough choice. We're going to go with A, tastes like peanut butter, B, top of the food chain. A, tastes like peanut butter. B, top of the food chain.
Yeah.
All right.
Apex larva fish.
And there we have it. All right, third question.
All right,
Only
our
swims
next
left,
one.
apex predator.
Name that fish.
Oh,
boy.
my gosh.
We'll give you 10
You're gonna
seconds.
have to, yeah. Think about it for a minute. Think about our facts so far. So
Just
what we
10
know, it lives in
seconds.
a
All right, 10
salty
seconds.
lake.
Let's go.
No, I'm reviewing. Salty lake, Orcopacha, can only swim in the left direction, top of the food chain. All right, what do we got?
Pudgy carp.
Pudgy carp.
Pudgy carp.
Koji carp?
Pudgy.
What? Oh, pudgy. Pudgy carp? Pudgy carp. Pudgy carp.
Koji
And
carp.
option B?
Panko butter.
Panko butter. Why are they
What?
obsessed with butter?
What?
It's like panko cracker, but it with butter. Oh God.
I still did not get the first half.
They
I got
regret it.
butter.
I only heard butter.
Oh my God. Panko butter.
Is it like a butterfish?
Oh, Panko!
Panko butter.
We're living in Japan, and the A is pronounced slightly differently, and we are very confused. We want 2 names? Do we want 3 names? We want to get
Let's
a third
get like
name?
4
Panko
names.
butter.
2 more,
names,
because this is the
okay.
most important part.
It is the most important part.
What was that yell?
So what do we have? We have pudgy
We
carp.
have Pudgy Carp, we have Panko butter.
Panko butter.
How about the all right?
All right. All right. All right.
It only swims left.
We may have to shorten that in Japanese. I think if you wrote that in katakana, it might explode the game. All right.
All right, fourth up.
Derp swimmer.
Derp swimmer. Derp swimmer.
Much like this is our protagonist of the seas. Okay.
Their blender.
Okay, we now have
I
4
like the last
choices.
2.
We're going to go A, B, C, D. A being
Pudgy Carp.
pudgy carp. B being
Let's just do them one at a time. Okay. Pudgy Carp, Panko butter, all right, and Derp swimmer.
all right. Here we go. A, pudgy carp. All right. B, panko butter.
Okay.
C, all right. And D,
Derp swimmer.
derp swimmer.
Oh, it's in between those last
That's
2.
going to be tough.
Should we tie it do a tiebreaker between all right, and Derp swimmer?
Yeah, we're going to have to.
We should just meld them together. Like,
Oh,
all right,
yeah.
derp swimmer.
All right, derp swimmer.
Oh, man.
Okay, what I will do. I hate you.
You always cause problems on these channels.
All right, yes, Koji always causes problems. I will say, I think the all right one will actually be easier to put into Japanese.
Uh-huh.
So let's do this. Let's make all right the name, and then Derp swimmer can be a nickname, and that will also go into the explanation
Yeah.
along with your lovely left swimming facts.
Yes. We did it.
Thank
You
you
did
so
it.
much. Okay. So I did have eyes bigger than my stomach, and I'm not going to be able to answer people's questions.
No
you
time
will.
for
Well, we
the...
will.
On the
Still will.
lodestone.
Don't worry.
So you will get a little bit of a teaser about what they are for right now as I
Okay.
scroll through.
Yeah,
But please do
it's
check
time
the
to end.
lodestone because I will also put our fish result up on there. I'm going to say in about 2 weeks, Matt, because I'm coming back in Japan in like a week, and then maybe it takes like a week.
2 weeks or more.
I love
We're so tired.
He has this very neutral expression. I feel like on the inside, he's just like, no. Okay.
Don't make
it
me
will
do
be
it.
coming. It will be coming.
It will be coming.
All right, so here's some of the questions I'm going to answer. I had a question about the song lyrics for Memphina, which I wrote and enjoyed. I had a question about the souls in the cocktails fight. But I will share this right now. Our voice actors were Nigel and Emma. Also Vritra, and also playing Vritra and Reen respectively. So if you enjoyed those voices, and I certainly did, I loved that tier. Thank them. Oh yeah, we have a question about the Ryan's migration pattern over time, so you get that.
We will get that.
We had a question about the naming of Aziz La. Okay, and we will transition, we will go out with this last one. So, were there other nations and cultures present in the world unsundered outside of Amarat?
Oh.
Or was the entire world at the time a singular nation under the collective rulership of the Convocation of 14?
Interesting.
And I actually got a lot of questions about the ancient world outside of Amarat and Elpis. But unfortunately, this is the only one that I could get even a partial answer to.
Oh.
So according to Oda-san, the Convocation of 14 represented all of mankind. And at least at the time of the Warrior of Light's visit to Elpis, the entire star was within their jurisdiction. There were a lot of other questions. I did pass all those on. I wanted to know more. I wanted to know more. Nah.
I've had that same conversation with Oda-san
Oh, yeah.
so many times.
So potentially this is a sign of things to come. I don't know.
Interesting. More
I
ancient
can't
stuff.
guarantee we'll answer all of your questions, but if you do want a few more tantalizing tidbits, as well as more of the type of stuff from this panel, fish things.
Encyclopedia yours, yeah.
A lot of people want to know like how old NPCs are, which like good, I guess. That's in there. Get that. Then yeah, if you want some more lore, please pre-order Encyclopedia Eorzea 3.
Yes.
Thank you. Koji has not even seen Encyclopedia Eorzea 3.
No, I have not yet.
Snap.
So read
I'm
it to
getting
become
released
superior to Koji Fox.
Finally.
Okay. And last but not least, the English team is hiring again. Because we keep realizing we have a lot of work to do over and over. Somehow it's always a surprise.
Okay.
So if you have a little Japanese skill,
Darn, I
please do apply with us.
I should have
using
spent
this
more
fancy
time learning
QR
it.
code. And that is it for the panel today. I apologize that we weren't able to get through everything, but I hope you enjoyed some of it.
It was fun, right?
Things.
Let's give it up for the Kate.
I mean, it's worth trying.
Thank you. And thank you, Koji. And thank you, Matt. I'm so sorry that we're making you sit out here while you're like about to pass out.
No, it's fine. It's all fine.
Well, at least it made him
do
sit.
it. I believe in you.
I believe.
All right. And thank you to everyone for attending today.
Thank you so much.
Yay.
All three now, Mazu. Why'd they make him sit there with them? He didn't say anything.
That officially brings our Fan Festival main stage events to the closing for those on our live stream. So let's say goodbye to our live stream viewers.
Bye, live people.
Thank you all so much for joining us.
Enjoy the
We'll
primals.
see you in October for our Fan Festival in Europe.
All right.
Stay tuned.
Europe.
And for everyone else here, get ready to rock because we will...
Enjoy
we
the
will be having
primals,
the
live
Primals
viewers.
concert. What? Yeah, we didn't tell Koji. This is actually a surprise for him. So he has to go practice right now. But thank you all so much for being here. We'll see you back here soon. And those on the live stream, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you in October. All right, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. All right. That does it for Las Vegas Fan Fest. So I'll be closing this now because I'm tired now of just sitting there and listening to people. I'll try to cut it up, maybe. I don't know, I haven't done that before, but I'll try maybe cutting up segments into their own things. I don't know how interested people will be in some random guys' weird short comments about FanFest 2023 and NA, but might as well. Who knows what could happen? Anyway, yes, if you showed up, thank you. And I'll be streaming more hopefully soon. So yeah, bye bye. Thank you.